Hey there, do you want to be safer on the internet?
Yes, Adam, I would.
And do you want to watch things from other countries that perhaps you don't have access to?
That sounds naughty, sure.
Maybe find a regionally blacked out game in your area that you could actually watch because, you know, your favorite sports league doesn't allow you to watch it in your area, even though you're a fan in your area and you'd like to watch it.
But Adam, surely no such service exists.
NordVPN, Steve Dangle. NordVPN. You can access content abroad while traveling. Sometimes when you leave a country, your country of origin, and you go on vacation, your password for your streaming service doesn't work anymore because it's like, well, you're blocked in this country. NordVPN can help you with that. Maybe you're, hey, I'm leaving Canada. I'm going to X country on vacation. I still want to appear like I'm coming in from Canada so I can watch Netflix at night.
Right? You just got on your little mustache and glasses disguise.
That's right.
And you're like, hello, I'm from Ecuador. I picked a country out of a hat.
You don't need to do that. With NordVPN, there's over 5,000 servers that you can access, and you can get streaming content wherever you'd like, whenever you'd like. And the great thing about it is it's encrypted. So there's lots of security with NordVPN as well. And don't forget, there's literally no risk to you. They've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a try. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, they'll issue a refund and you can pretend the entire situation never happened. Check out the link, nordvpn.com/dangle. That's nordvpn.com/DANGLE to get your subscription started today. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
The Steve Dangle Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
Hi.
Hello.
Listen, I want to, there's a video I want to play, but I do want to quickly mention that Steve, Rachel's Raiders is back for Easter Seals. You're wearing the sweater.
I am. It's warm.
What do we need to know?
You need to know that every year we raise money for Easter Seals. It's a charity that helps out kids with physical disabilities. This is specifically Easter Seals Ontario. It's a charity that my family has used in the past. We got priceless experiences. And it's important that you know that currently Rachel's Raiders, our team, is getting their ass kicked. We are not doing so great in the standings. We've been the highest fundraising team a number of consecutive years. We're at risk of losing the title. And I would like to try to get there. One way that we can try to get there, anyone who donates to anybody, any dollar amount on Rachel's Raiders, you have a chance to be randomly selected. Or no, it's a raffle.
Yeah.
It's a raffle.
That's
there you
randomly
go.
selected.
Is that random?
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's the same thing.
I'm going to put your names in a thing.
Yeah.
And you have a chance to win a pair of tickets to the December 27th Leafs game between the Leafs and Sens.
Oh, that won't be exciting.
No, it won't be exciting at all. And now it comes with something extra, a link that works. Last night, producer Drew pointed out that the link we've been using is wrong. So no wonder you weren't able to donate.
Okay.
So,
all right.
There we go.
All right. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And also just want to quickly mention, we got our live show Saturday night, Leafs versus Seattle. After our live show, it starts at 5:00. Get yourself going. Yeah, it might be Seattle Leafs and Blue Jays Seattle if the series continues that long. Yeah.
Oh.
No, they don't play Saturday.
Oh, they don't play Saturday.
No, it's
Why not?
They play Friday and Sunday.
Will we have had
off
enough
day.
of Seattle at that point?
Maybe the series could be over by Saturday.
Do you think it will be, Jesse?
No, I hope they push it.
Yeah.
I hope they push it back to Toronto.
You are streaming tonight, Jesse Blake. Catch him on the Blue Jays stream. Now, I want to start with this video. Jesse was at this game last night. I was streaming this game last night. Steve was yelling at this game last night.
I was.
But this is post-game Craig Berube talking about the kind of game they had. And when he says Cowboy, he means Easton Cowan.
Preems, congrats. First win here. Cowboys' first NHL point. That's a good win. It's a good win. It's a good start. We got to work on yet, and we will. That's a good win. Get your rest tomorrow. We got busy schedule here.
Johnny, great night. Oh, great night. Preems, awesome, but Cowboy.
Well, boys, thank you. It's been fun. Great group to do it with. And like they say, let's keep it going here.
Easton Cowan getting the belts after last night's game.
Very, very hockey player acceptance.
100%.
Yes.
Somebody said to me on the stream last night, they're like, stop being so excited. You're facing Nashville and their backup goalie. And I said, well, you're facing the Leafs and their backup goalie.
You know, Nashville's in the NHL though.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And they have, if
This
the
isn't
Leafs
playoffs, don't get excited.
if the Leafs lost that game, what would you be?
Upset.
Probably mad.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
so they won and I'm happy. So it's
That's
all,
so silly.
it's all good. I mean,
You're allowed to be happy that your team won.
No.
yeah.
No.
Sabres
not
have played
unless
4 games.
under very specific circumstances. Those are the only ways that you can be happy. So for Sabres fans who haven't seen a win yet,
Yeah.
they're not even allowed to be happy when they do win because it's who they win and how they win that's the only way that you can be happy.
Don't ever let anyone rob you of your joy. Did you see how friggin' depressed I sound yesterday? between the Detroit stuff, the Hudson stuff,
The Jays stuff.
the Jays stuff. Man, this has not been an excellent sports week for me.
No.
So, or a lot of us. So, to see a 7-goal Leafs win, didn't I tell you to take the over?
You did, actually.
11 goals. I mean, that's the easiest thing to call in the world. Primo versus Annunen. Like,
Yeah.
come on. No, they should have won, and they did. And they looked dominant for most of it.
Now, Jesse, I want to talk about the post-game stuff because specifically Craig Berube on Easton Cowan said he's a dog on a bone out there for me. Really impressed with his play. And obviously, we saw him finishing checks and creating turnovers when he finished those checks.
And get finished on a check.
And yeah, and we're going to get to that in a second. But what was your takeaway from seeing that in person and Craig Berube's excitement about this player?
Early results are good. I think the line works.
Yes.
He complements those two players. Matthew Nyes in particular, he's really, I don't know if it's too early to say he's taken a step in his game this year, but he's looked so good.
He's unreal.
And he's been, the way he's been going to fetch the puck on his own and driving the possession on that line, I think is eased in Easton Cowan, right? If you're playing with two high caliber players like Matthews and Nyes, it's easy to get accustomed to the NHL. It's easy to fit in because they're going to make things easy for you. So I think Easton, who is not short on confidence out there, especially when like the puck's near him,
Yep.
he wants it, he wants to go get it. That's a good attitude to have, and good on Craig Berube for trying this.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
he's complimenting Cowan. I think he needs some credit for throwing this kid out. The first place he starts in the NHL is on the first line with 2 all-star players. That's a bold decision, and it's worked.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not just that he tried it. It's like, if you fail, it's not one of those things where like, oh, well, you know what, though? It was a good idea. If this fails, no one's going to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
started a rookie on the, what's wrong with you?
He
Why-
set himself up to get clowned on if
Yes.
this thing went poorly. And he went from scratch to first line minutes, you know? And if things went wrong, Craig Berube is going to wear that. And thankfully, it went right, and he comes out looking great.
I think that's why he's a good coach for this market because he doesn't care.
Exactly.
There would be coaches that would be optically, we could never do that. I want to try it, but I can't.
Did you notice he called out William Nylander and it was fine, and then Nylander was good?
Yeah, he said we need more from Willie.
Yeah.
Willie had a game this season where he didn't get a shot.
Yeah,
3 shots in 3
That-
games leading
that's
into
unacceptable.
That's so funny because all I picture in my head is Sheldon Keefe trying to do that time and time again.
man, and
Sorry,
Having
what I
to-
meant was
And before the words exit his mouth, he's trying to catch them back and retract his statement.
Actually, it's Jimmy Vesey's fault.
it was
It's actually Jimmy Vesey's fault. He hasn't been here in 3 years. Doesn't matter. Jimmy, bad effect on this
Yeah,
team.
terrible.
Vanilla,
Yeah.
too vanilla.
It was the Kovacevic stuff in New Jersey was fascinating to me as a Leafs fan because he would do that here on occasion and he would apologize for it every time.
I didn't mean it.
I did well. What I meant was,
This is-
and fans would get mad at him for walking it back, like
Yeah.
not
because
just
he
us.
was right.
Yes,
He was right the first time, and then he always walked it back.
he was very rarely unfair in the media, I thought, and he would walk it back. Like people would talk about like, oh, he's not afraid to bench Willie and everything, but criticize him publicly. Like Craig said it as an absolute truth because it was. And then Willie had a great night last night, and weirdly they scored 7 goals.
I want to go to Easton Cowan being a pain because there was a couple runs taken at him, but the one that really stands out to me is Ozzy Weisblatt delivering Easton Cowan's face into a post. And I said on the stream last night, I'm like, that might be a $1,500 to $2,000
I think he should be
fine.
fined. I do.
That's a fine, I think.
It was.
And if you didn't see this,
it was
wait till
chicken
you
shit.
do. It is. Well, first off, absolute it's chicken shit. I expect that from Nashville's fourth line. They should be like that.
I don't have a problem with most of what he did last night.
No.
But that was chicken shit.
You gotta have some chicken shit plays. It's hockey.
Yeah, that's fair.
But listen, that fourth line has never recovered from Kiefer Sherwood leaving. But
man,
he's so good.
There's not a lot going right in Vancouver either, but
Kiefer Sherwood
looks great. Yeah.
But Michael McCarron getting a goal last night, which is hilarious, of course. Michael McCarron.
After Brady Tkachuk called him fat. Did you see that clip?
Yes, I did. It's so good.
And then, but it's funny, he scored the goal and I'm looking at him, I'm like looking at his jawline. I'm like, I could go for that jawline. I would like that jawline.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy's fat? Damn. All right. Well, I'm screwed.
Do you want the Easton Cowan hit into the post here?
I do, if I could.
Oh, jeez.
So that's Ozzy Weisblatt giving him a nice little bump. There is no puck in the vicinity.
No.
And bang, right into the post.
Man, he does that how many years ago? And Cowan's like dead. Like he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Luckily the net just comes off. I don't love it when a rookie gets blown up, and he got blown up twice last night because there was that and there was the Forsberg hit, and I didn't love the response or lack thereof to the Forsberg hit. But he got up smiling both times.
Right.
You're going to get hit in this league.
Well, and there was a goal that happened last night. Roman Josi pulled down Austin Matthews. Austin, who never complains.
That I almost called it chicken shit. It was bad. It was a terrible non.
Austin doesn't say shit to the refs. Doesn't say boo to the refs. And then he was yelling at the ref like, what the hell? And Josi scored about 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
And it brings up this thing that Kevin Papetti tweeted, and I think it's worth mentioning for Leafs fans, Preds fans. We'll get to you in just a second, but power play opportunities ranks. And this is in the Matthews era. Okay.
Oh.
So the Leafs in 16-17 were 17th. In 17-18, they were 29. In 18-19, they were 31. In 19-20, they were 23rd. In 20-21, they were 21st. In 21-22, they were 21st again. 22-23, 18th. 23-24, 25th. 24-25, 20th. And this year, they are 32nd in total power play opportunities.
So in the Matthews era, the Leafs have not been top half of the league
in power play
opportunities in a single season.
It's been a decade.
By accident. But like and the narrative that was going around a few years ago was the Leafs style of play doesn't invite the other team to take infractions.
Yeah, because
right?
they're not. The word was they were just not fast enough.
There's at least 3 Leafs eras in the Matthews era, if not 4. Right? There was the young Babcock era. There was
Milan Mahalik and Brooks
Milan
graced us.
Mahalik scoring in the home opener.
And then Mike's like, I've had enough of you.
Mahalik and Marner scored in the same damn game.
Isn't that crazy?
For the lead. It's crazy. Alan Wall's client.
That's right.
Then the Sheldon Keefe Leafs did not play the same as the Babcock Leafs. Then there was we're tired of getting pushed around Sheldon Keefe Leafs that still got pushed around, but they tried.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna address Kyle Clifford. Watch out.
Yeah, and now we got Berube, and so the Leafs style doesn't invite. What are you doing? What are we? Sorry, that's odd. That's odd.
It's an oddity.
The best they did was 18th in the rookie year, and which still isn't top half, and they've never even gotten back to that. Have they had a first period power play this season yet?
I don't know.
I'm not sure that they have. I think almost all of them have come in the third, or they've been canceled in the middle of them. There's been at least 2 or 3 4-on-4 opportunities. Mm-hmm. So they'll call a penalty, but cancel each other out or whatever. I'm sorry, it's a thing.
Jesse. Mm-hmm. William Nylander, as Steve mentioned, got called out by the coach. He gets a goal and 2 assists last night. He has 7 points. Nyes has 6. Tavares has 5, and Matthews has 4. Mm-hmm. Definitively a new core 4. Significantly more cost effective.
Calle Yarncroke.
And Calle Yarncroke, let's not forget about him.
Yep.
But I wanted to talk specifically about Willie and the fallout from the call out and then him just coming in and looking a lot more engaged. Was there much said yesterday about his game after the game?
Yeah, I think everybody noticed he had the puck more. I think like William Nylander's the best when he's holding onto the puck. If you look at that John Tavares goal in particular, I can bring up the goal visualizer here. If you see at the beginning where Willie touches the puck here, he gets a pass from OEL, and then he gets the puck back, and you see how long he holds it.
This give and go is so nasty.
Willie's the best when he's moving around the zone and he's holding the thing and he's passing it around. And I think like he's called out, and then he recognizes, I need to wake up a little. And every once in a while, you need to shake the baby. And they say, don't shake the baby.
Oh my God.
And then you shake the baby, and the baby starts crying.
And he's like, you're right, I will go to sleep.
I will score some goals, and I will get it in the action. The first couple of games of the season, he was clearly a little... I don't know if his energy levels were down or if he's still getting acclimatized to the season, but you saw it last night where he can pick things up against a lesser opponent. I think we can all agree in Nashville, and he got things going. It was good.
Adam and I, representing the dads union of this show, would like to say that that's not how babies work.
I think they say don't shake the baby, but I don't know. Sometimes maybe.
Don't kick the baby either.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a South Park.
Not
thing,
recommended necessarily.
Okay.
No. 9 out of 10 doctors.
Yeah,
There's one who's like, go for it.
Yeah. Life's hard.
Just do it and give it a cigarette.
Just a French man with a cigarette. Hey, life is hard. Kicks the baby.
I am definitely overthinking this because William Nylander's performance last night was William Nylander. But because of the style that Matias Maccelli plays, I think I think chemistry is so important to a playmaker like that. Leave him for a little bit. It's the first few games, you're trying a bunch of things out. I'm interested in seeing how this works out. Leave him.
I honestly thought that was Maccelli's best game of the season.
Yes, it was.
I think they found a place for him in the lineup finally. I think there was a lot of conversation. I asked him a couple times about the left wing, right thing over the course of training camp. And I think just put him back on the left wing. Yeah. There might have been a reason that the Coyotes / Utah team didn't want to play him on the right side. They thought he was comfortable on the left side. Try him on the left side for a little bit. Let him sit there, and I think he'll be fine.
Well, and that sexy pass that he gave to Willie, leading to the give and go with OEL. Maccelli's on the right, Willie's on the left. They'll live.
They'll flip. They'll find their way, and they'll be good. And I think, leave Maccelli there. I really like Bobby McMann's game.
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed that he gets demoted and he's not on that line anymore, but he's thrived in that role.
He looks great.
I
can't be upset.
I thought he was really good with that Domi Robertson line, and I want to come to them in just a second, but just a little bit more on Maccelli here. Mm-hmm. What was interesting about Maccelli and watching him play, by the way, he did a great job pretending to score that Oliver Ekman-Larsson goal. I thought it was him, and it just went off the Nashville defenseman.
I think he was half celebrating that it went in.
I know. I just was like, he was right. Had it not hit the Predators player, it was hitting his stick. It was.
Yeah, that's what they were going for the one time.
And Tavares was right there. The Leafs clown the Preds on a few plays. That's not a good team.
The thing about Maccelli though that I really like is that he seems to have a little bit of the William Nylander ranginess and vision, and the two of them seem to play off each other very, very well. So I'm curious about what William Nylander does with another lesser William Nylander on that line. Do you know what I'm saying? He's never got to play with another true playmaker.
We're still trying to figure out who he is because he had 55 points the one year with, I don't know if it was still Arizona or Utah. And then last year, he gets healthy scratched a bunch of times. Health bombed is the new term, which I'm very fond of. But I could totally see how a player like that could get lost in a lineup because I don't really think he's meant to be in the bottom six. Mm-hmm. And if you're playing him in the bottom six and he's a playmaker and no one's finishing the plays that he's making, okay, is he the mucker and grinder? Is he throwing his body around? Is he digging in the corners? And if he's digging in the corners, how is he setting up plays? And I could definitely see how a player like that could disappear.
I was worried when you looked at the lineups preseason, and I think, Jesse makes a good point. You're sad to see Bobby McMann not in that spot because I thought Bobby's size and speed would give them that element they might need. But
he's been using like crazy.
Seeing him use that with Domi and Robertson,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
That was their best game.
That's
easily.
crazy. That works, man.
He's done nothing wrong. It's just his better fit is there with that line.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know, which is fine. Yeah, everybody's got to play in different places, and he's just got to excel in the role that he's given, and he has excelled, I think, in both spots.
Yes.
He's such a talented north-south skater that he's able to play a very simple game. Like you see Matthews and Nyes and Willie sometimes too having to jump through hoops to get around defenders, and Bobby every time is like, I'm just going to pick a side and burn you. And he does it every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
He blasted past one of the Nashville D yesterday, and I was like, man, people still haven't picked up on this guy.
The more ice, I don't think there's anything they can do about it. The more ice there is, the more likely he is to beat you.
Yeah, and I don't think it should go unnoticed that Craig Berube, I think, is noticing this too in Bobby McMahon's play. He played more than Michelli last night. It was 15 minutes for Bobby McMahon and only 12 minutes for Michelli.
There you go.
So even though they have that line combination, Steve, you point this out all the time, like with the third and the fourth line, especially Craig Berube will line things up and they'll say, oh, that's the third line, that's fourth line, this guy's on the second line. But then when the game actually starts happening, things flip and the time on ice is given to the people he trusts. So I think it's encouraging to see McMahon play more minutes than the second line left winger.
Yeah, and so I'm curious now because you got it up.
Sure.
Where did McMahon's ice time line up with Domi's and with Robertson's? Because those guys are line mates.
McMahon played 15:04, and then Domi played 12:48, and Robertson played. Where am I looking? Nicholas Robertson 12:26.
So
How much time did McMahon play on the power play?
McMahon only 22 seconds shorthanded, 120 on power play time.
So even his 5-on-5 minutes outstripped Michelli by a couple.
I'm surprised he played
13 minutes even strength, and Michelli's 11:28.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and
He plays more than his line mates.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And you know
Playing well.
that makes perfect sense because the Leafs were leading almost the entire game. If you know it was reversed and it was the Preds who came out to a 2-0 lead, I don't know if I would expect that to flip because McMahon's a very capable scorer, but I would expect Michelli to play more.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Robertson and
I think
Domi.
you're trying to work him into the lineup and the unideal thing happened and they lost Scott Laughton and then they were like
Oh my God.
I'm glad they did because it seems like they have found a good top six for now.
Yeah, and I think the reality is right now McMahon's going and Berube trusts him and he's getting a little bit more shifts.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I noticed last night. I don't know if you guys did. Jesse, can you bring that ice chart back up again?
Sure.
Robertson and Domi got shorthanded seconds.
Robertson was bad on the penalty kill.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
didn't like
crazy.
it.
A guy that gets pinned, they threw him on the penalty
Yeah.
kill.
When he was
Like,
up top and defending, he was just kind of running around.
Yeah.
And just chasing the puck. I didn't like that.
I was like, I got to bring that up with the boys tomorrow because that was wild. Seeing them out there, I know it was the end of a shorthanded thing, and I think Carlo was in the box. I'm like, so they're putting Domi and Robertson out there with Carlo on forward when he comes out? What's the deal?
So if I'm not mistaken, Robertson, I'm almost positive he killed penalties in junior. And
So they're trying to find stuff.
the Marlies, he might have killed penalties. No, because that was a big part of the Leafs' development for a long time. It was one of the things they did exceptionally well, I thought, where everyone, like, okay, Marner went straight to the big league team. So did Matthews. Nylander, they had their frustrations with him on the Marlies, but everyone else, Connor Brown, Zach Hyman, Kasperi Kapanen, Andreas Janssen, all of you're learning how to kill penalties.
sure.
It's not a fit. But this early in the season, and you're leading, and it's against not a great team, like you're trying to find how these guys work. You're trying to see what they can do. Because eventually it's going to be Sammy Blais time. And they're going to try to see what he can do. I imagine he's going to play a little on the PK. And if it's not him, Steven Lorentz is going to come back in the lineup, and he's on they're missing 2 penalty killers right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're
or try stuff out. Listen, I would rather that than the last game of a series that you should win.
Yeah, we're going to play Andreas Janssen for the first time in God knows how many months as a favor to him.
This is
in a winner-take-all game.
Yep, that's how the team operated.
Jeez.
We the Habs, by the way, Habs fans loved that segment yesterday. Just went
Yeah, of course they did. I think any Habs fan who doesn't like us is weird. That's really weird. Like, why don't you like us? So all the sad memories.
There's actually one that I think like every time I tweeted over the last week since we had the first Lane Hutson conversation about him not signing, just basically every tweet I tweeted, they're like, "You're a bitch."
That I understand.
Now, Austin Matthews had a little bit of a franchise moment. He has moved into second place all time in game-winning goals with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And you have to understand, this franchise is almost 110 years old. He passed Dave Keon last night. 64 total all-time. This is how clutch Matt Sundin was. 79.
79.
To catch
So many overtime winners for Sundin.
Let's not act like game-winning goals is the clutch stat.
No.
Last night's was a game-winning
Hey,
goal
that's a
because
clutch stat.
Nashville scored a couple at the end, and then they added a couple empty netters.
Wow.
If Nashville
When did you start
doesn't
hating
score
Jesse?
on the Yossi goal or the Perbix goal, that was concerning. But then it would have been the third goal. So who had it was John Tavares.
Tavares, yeah.
He's now 16 goals away from tying Matt Sundin for the all-time goals league in
There's the
420.
one that's a highlight.
and 421 is a mere 17 away. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the all-time Leafs lead for goals. Like, that's incredible that he's doing this so early in his career.
And
It's
He's
still
going to do
early,
it
right?
well before 30.
And also,
Yeah,
let's say
that's
this.
crazy.
Incredibly pathetic on the Leafs organization part. There's a nice 50-year gap there where the Leafs went from having a lot of stars to just a couple.
Well, Sundin also played in an era where he scored like 30 plus goals per year, where defenders could hitch their stick onto you and go Merry Christmas like they were friggin' Santa and you were his reindeer.
Getting a point a game, there was only like 10 guys back then that could do it, and he was one of them.
If you're looking at Sundin's stats and comparing him to all time, you're doing it wrong.
You must go back to Steve's Sportsnet blog from 2015 where he
I'm not doing the era adjusted.
We're going to era adjust it all. And by the way, Gretzky sucks. No, you never said
He did. He friggin' stunk. No, I'm kidding. What I did for Hockey Rants and Raves, which is now available in paperback, national bestseller, HarperCollins, is I took a look at players and I was like, who was even close to them during the span of their careers? Right. And I think if you were to do that for Sundin, or at least his Leafs tenure, because he played across the heart of the dead puck era, but he came in at a crazy inflationary age. If you just look at his Leafs tenure, he's got to be at least top 10, top 15.
With an assist on William Nylander's third period goal, Matthew Knies recorded the 100th point of his career.
That made me feel old as shit, eh? When I read that yesterday.
Well,
as if Matthew Knies has 100 points already.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
It happens.
So good.
Steve, how do you feel about this Leafs record?
Okay.
Austin Matthews is 11 points away from passing Mitch Marner on the all-time points list for Toronto Maple Leafs.
Is Marner the all-time leader?
No, he's 11 points from passing Marner.
Oh, I was
on
like,
the list.
what?
Marner is number 5. Matthews is number 6. And Marner's not going to collect any more of 741.
And Matthews played a lot less games.
Matthews has played fewer games.
Are you happy that Austin's going to enter the top 5 ahead of Mitch Marner?
Yes, because Austin is still on my favorite team, and the other guy isn't.
Matt, you could throw that back up. Willie's at 9 at 619, so he's going to get top 5 eventually.
100%.
Top 4 probably. He'll probably pass Boria, and then Keon is within range.
Look at Mo.
Right?
I think.
Look at Mo sneaky at the bottom there.
Yeah.
I think Austin and Willie are both gonna, if their health holds up, those guys are capable of 1,000 points in their careers.
You think it's 1-2?
I think probably 1-2 if they, because especially Willie, who's got 8 or 7 years left after this one.
Mm-hmm.
The contract only just kicked in, didn't it, or was it last year? It doesn't even matter.
Who, Willie?
Yeah, when did his contract?
Last
year. Okay, so he's got 6 after this.
Even if you say 5 years, 80 points a year, like
He's gonna pass
Willie would be passing Matt's, right? Yeah. So
crazy.
I think by the time we're done podcasting in our lives, Nylander and Matthews will be 1-2.
Well, we're
for sure.
going to be doing this for a lot longer than that.
They'll be hanging around, but they'll be here for like another
We'll be
decade.
there when they write their books and are 50.
When their statues are outside of Scotiabank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Damn it.
listen, I'm going to say something here, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Oh, wait, Maddie, go ahead.
go ahead.
I just wanted to ask quick, is anybody surprised JT's behind Mo in these stats or no?
Mo has like 300 games on him.
Yeah,
right?
that's why.
JT has
shit.
I know, but
John
Tavares still
Tavares-
been here for a long time. Like,
He has been here a long time. Tavares still feels new. It's still to me. It's still weird he's a Leaf.
By the way, can I just say this? 2 points from 500 for John Tavares. He is the greatest Toronto Maple Leafs free agent signing of all time, unless you count Boreas Salming as a free agent signing, which he was. But that was a different era, and you could just go over and be like, here's a contract guy.
Best guy you yoinked from another team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Contractually.
without question. I also want to say there's going to be some uncomfortable discussions when Nylander and Matthews potentially, they have to win something here. You have to get on Legends Row, you have to have at least been to the third round. But there's going to be some uncomfortable.
Have you done a count?
Huh?
Have you done a count?
Every one of those guys have been to the third round.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Okay.
Gilmore, Clark, and Sundin all went to conference finals.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
If Matthews and Nylander get there, and Tavares gets there, and Riley gets there, like there's going to be an uncomfortable conversation about when those statues go up. There's a guy in 5th or 6th place right now in all-time Leaf scoring. That is going to be an interesting one.
Can I throw it out there that, like, I've been to Maple Leaf Square. There's not room for infinite statues. Like, at some point, you're going to have to draw the line and be real picky about it.
You could just probably keep building it out there.
You know what would be great is if they just made this real easy on us and won.
That'd be cool.
Win, and we'll go, here you go.
Yeah. If they
Everyone gets one. Nick Waugh, here you go.
if they don't get to a conference final, I don't think Willie can get a statue at all. Matthews can because of the Hart Trophy, the Calder,
Couple
and,
Ross.
and
Not
all-time goals, all-time points. That's
Ross
enough.
Richard. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's enough. He's probably cemented, but Morgan doesn't get one.
Johnny can't get
Well,
one.
and like
Johnny can't get one.
third round, at the end of the day, what did you win? Like, you can't even be like, oh,
The love
we're
of the
conference
city,
champions.
Steven.
Like,
Even third round, are we giving Riley a statue for a third round appearance?
No, I don't think so. I think it would just be Matthews.
make it
and
easy
Nylander.
on us all and just win. Make it easy on us all.
Uh,
and
But what
just
if they
win.
don't, Steve?
Well, then it's friggin' hard, isn't it, Jesse? Yeah.
It should be hard to get a statue there. But I do
Yeah.
think Doug, Matz, and Wendell all belong on there. I will say that. And so does Boria.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Boria got that far.
I don't know.
I don't think the Leafs got to the conference final in the 70s with Sittler and McDonald. I don't think so. In fact, I know they didn't. I know they absolutely didn't.
I wasn't there.
Also,
okay.
Bobby McMahon.
And Bobby
Hell
McMahon
yeah.
Statue. Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
whoever scores the cup winner.
we had a visit from Bobby
Yes.
from a person from Bobby McMahon's hometown in Alberta to the Sport Check studios, and he's like, "You don't understand," because he was like, "We're like, where are you from?" And he's like, "Alberta," and we're like, "Why are you wearing a Leafs jersey?" And he's like, "Because I'm from Bobby McMahon's hometown. We're all Leaf fans."
Didn't he have a McMahon jersey?
Yeah,
too?
he did.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
cool.
that guy, he loved Bobby McMahon.
What town is it?
I have to look it up. But it's a
Wainwright?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
I'm not sure.
Wainwright.
Hey, well,
Let's go.
what a pull.
Steve
That was
Dangle.
unbelievable.
Steve Dangle.
Wait right now.
Listen, Jesse, you can't count on me to know a lot. You can count on me to know that.
Yeah.
I should have known.
My kids' names are
Wainwright, Alberta. You should have just named your kids after Leaf stats.
I tried. Believe me, I
Where's
tried.
Phoenix Copley from?
North Pole, Alaska. Jesse.
We were trolling Steve last night in our group chat, and I said it on the stream because it was so funny. But Justin Fisher, who is our social media lead, put in the group chat this tweet from the NHL. Caden Primo is playing his first game with the Maple Leafs in Toronto. His uncle, Wayne Primo, also played for the Buds in 09-10. I think he came over from Calgary in the Phaneuf trade.
No, that was the Anton Strawman trade.
Oh, that
Yes.
was one we regretted.
Not a great one.
But anyway, Steve said to Justin, "Hey, I've only said it 1,000,000 times on the show." And we trolled Steve the rest of the night, trying to pretend that we didn't know what he was talking about and didn't understand
I was
relatives.
hot.
But I do want to say that there is a Keith Primo connection here.
I thought Keith was also Caden Primo's uncle.
Uh-huh.
It is his dad,
And who had to correct you?
Jesse Blake.
Thank you.
Jesse Blake, who was right.
Golf clap.
And I was wrong. He gets to sing the I Was Right song.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
Now, on the Nashville side, it's pretty
Boo.
clear. Like their top power play unit's pretty formidable, especially if this was 2019.
I mean,
But it is.
that's mean.
It's true.
It is true.
Like,
but like, who in the league out of 32 teams has a top power play on paper that looks like ass.
Well, you're right, but
It's a short
But
list.
look at this: Forsberg, O'Reilly, Marchessault, Stamkos, Yossi.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Elite.
That's crazy.
That's an all-star team.
Even at some of their advanced ages, I would say that's still crazy.
And what I'm trying to figure out is, they had the opportunity to play Brady Martin in front of his friends and family, and they were like, "How about we just sit him?" Tyson Yost, here you go. No disrespect to Tyson Yost, but Brady Martin should have played in that game. And
I had no problem with that because I cheer for the other team.
That's right.
So I was like, yeah, he's good, so sit him.
there seems to be I like the personality of the Bunting, Holla, Marchessault line, the all dickhead line. I like that. I think that's cool.
It was fun seeing Bunting. I'm like, I miss you, you little rat. He's fun.
But I just beyond Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Stamkos, and even then, there were chances, and I know that they scored a bunch, whatever. But I'm like, this is not.
Stamkos isn't an $8 million player anymore.
He's not. Julian
not
Breesman
that.
might have been right.
They're so light in that forward group. Like you're naming guys, but like having Svechkov out there and Evangelista in an important position, like you said, Jost, like. I don't even know if O'Reilly should be your number one center anymore. I'm not a fan of the construction of this team.
I don't.
I mean,
should be.
I think outside of Yossi, that decor
And Force, yeah.
tough.
I don't mind Brady Shea.
Shea, yeah, but like Willsby, man.
Nick Perbix didn't have a good game.
Perbix is probably playing a little too
He
high.
scored, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Did he? Yeah.
He scored with a minute 11 left to cut the lead to 2.
The Caden Primo.
Friggin' Chris Paul last
Defensively,
three.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
his job to play defense.
No, the Leafs really, if you go back and look at the goals they scored, like the ones that mattered, especially early in the game, there were so many situations where if the puck hadn't gone in the first time, it would have gone like the Jake McCabe goal. It's ping off the bar, beautiful shot. Annunen is being screened by his own guys. Had he not been screened by his own guys, that's a tap in for Matthews.
Yeah.
Because Cowan, I want to know who the defenseman was in front of the net who took Cowan instead of Matthews. And then on what was the second goal? Who scored the second goal? OEL.
The OEL bounce in, right?
The non-Michelli.
Oh, maybe I'm screwing up the order. No. Yeah. That was the bounce in.
Yeah.
There's Michelli and Tavares are both behind all of your D.
Mm-hmm.
The two closest people to the goalie are Leafs. It was a mess.
Yeah, they were able to just like OEL hopping up in that rush and shooting that puck on net threw off all of Nashville's D.
That's
Like,
what
they-
he needs to be doing.
They couldn't handle the neutral, him coming through the neutral zone with the puck and anything because there was an extra man there. Like it was very poor defense, I thought, on Nashville's part.
I do want to give a shout out to, there were a number of people who got it yesterday because I didn't like the Leafs loss against Detroit. First career Leafs point, Dakota Joshua.
Yeah. And
Jesse,
a great
you
setup.
defended him. It was a nice setup. First goal of the game.
That's been the best line for the Leafs up until like last game.
They're the highest scoring.
Yeah,
up
they
until last game.
honestly. So like I thought it was unfair to criticize that anybody individually on that line when it's been the best line.
I want like a brand name moment. Like I want a flag in the sand. Here's who I am. Here's what I do. And just hard work along the boards, feed it to the point. It's very simple, but that's the kind of game I expect out of him. Like,
Yeah.
keep it simple, good things happen.
I think he's been doing that, and I think you're expecting like a big hit.
I want him to run someone.
What if he just works in the corners and feeds pucks to the other guys on
I
the line?
will also take that.
I feel like that's what he needs to focus on, and I'm glad he's not trying to do the thing that maybe Max Domi might try and do, where it's like I'm gonna make
Right.
a bunch of noise and get into a fight and lay a big hit. Like I feel like Dakota Joshua is a little calmer than that,
Yep.
and he'll wait for his moment where it really matters in the game if he needs to do that, if that comes at all.
Jesse, this establishment accepts credit or cash. Like he can, however he wants to deliver that moment.
Right,
And-
with an assist.
Last night he looked great.
Yeah.
I think, that Wah line and putting Yarncroke in there, they did have some chances last night, but it was nice that they didn't have to carry the offensive load. I really love that line. Like, I just feel like, man, it's like you could switch in Yarncroke and Lorenz, whoever you want, on that wing. But Nick Wah, I'm like, we really haven't had a guy like this in
He's
a
nails.
long
I like him a lot.
time.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I keep talking about Nyes and not having a power forward option for the last half century, maybe, since Wendell Clark. Really, truly, like a true, that's Matthew Nyes. Nick Waugh, I can't remember the last time we sort of had a tall, mean, good puck moving,
right-handed,
good body positioning, right-handed.
Like that weirdly matters.
Centerman. Yeah, that's the key too, because we can get that kind of stuff from wingers, but not somebody who's playing all of the ice. It's great.
He's a player. He's the type of player they've been looking for a long time. And I think part of the reason I'm anxious about Joshua is we know the Leafs want to sway to playing a certain way, and he's part of that. And we get it like crazy from Nyes. We're starting to get it out of Waugh. Lorenz comes back in the lineup. Lawton's not huge, but he's a dog. Joshua starts to play like that. And then I think you really start to see the change that they want.
Yeah, and you mentioned there, like Lorenz, and Adam, you said him coming back, maybe taking the Cali spot. I'm not moving Cali Yarncrow.
No.
Fucking Rocket Richard winner Yarncrow, Cali Army over here. Yeah. We all need to keep pumping his tires.
So do you do Domi, McMahon, Lorenz?
Yeah, Nick Robertson, unfortunately, is probably the odd man out because he always is.
The word is, by the way, this morning apparently that from Dragger that there have been teams calling about Nick, and the Leafs are exploring that.
Oh, there you go.
He's
especially with Sammy Blais waiting in the wings. Not that he's a big scorer, but
he set up some really nice plays for McMahon, and we'd probably view Robertson a little better if those were buried. Not criticizing McMahon. Not everything is going to go in. He's played well. I just don't think he's a fit. And like for every good play he makes, there's a shift where like I was painting a picture last night during the first period. My wife's school is doing
a literal picture.
A literal picture. Yeah.
I thought you meant like a picture of like the team in your mind.
No, I knew what he meant only because I've seen the picture.
No, like
the Blue Jays.
They're doing a big.
You did a great
Blue Jays
job,
thing.
by the way.
Thank you. I'm an artist. I'm so good. I would look up, and there's Robertson late to the point again, and I would go down and I would start painting, and I and I do that for about 30 seconds, and I look up, and he's still trying to get out, and I'm like, Nick, God, this is why yesterday I was like, I don't have an appetite for this line anymore, and like they had their best game of the season, undoubtedly.
But who drove that?
I would love to know
who drove that.
Well, Bobby McMahon and Max Domi.
Exactly.
Right? Like I would love to know how many of that line's points came against the Sabres last year. Because like they ate them up. That line is great for creaming bottom 5 teams on a weeknight.
You need that.
You need that. Yeah, it's a long season. There's 82 games. We talk about it all the time. But in the playoffs, like, I guess I have less patience for stuff where I'm like, that's not going to be there in April.
Can I ask you guys a question about that line? Because
absolutely
I don't,
not. Sorry, yes, of course.
I don't really have any kind of hard take on it either way, because I think that's just kind of how the chips fall. But what are your thoughts on Domi at training camp, top of training camp a month ago? We're sitting here. He's Matthews and Nyes' winger. We go all through there. He gets injured, doesn't get any playing time in there. And then now he's on the 4th line and he's never been given that opportunity. How do you guys feel about him as a 4th liner now when we all thought he'd be a first line right winger?
If I were him, I would be annoyed by that. But also, they probably put him in that spot and scratch Cowan when that becomes available. That's not because Cowan has played bad, but this is Cowan's opportunity, Jess, to say, no, you're going to leave me here. I'm going to make it impossible for you to move me.
Which is going to be hard for him to do.
Because it should be Domi's spot, according to Craig Berube. And I'm using Berube's own words. And usually, a guy like Berube is going to go, Ty goes to the veteran. We're going to try Max here for 5 games.
No, Max goes to the veteran.
Hey.
Oh.
Whoa.
This is why guys play through injuries. All the time. This is why guys play through injuries. Because he trained with Austin. He began training camp with Austin. He got hurt. They're like, let's look at the other guy. And like, he didn't even, how many days did he miss? Like you were at training camp.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I think even less. Like,
Yeah.
It was about like a couple of days, and then he was on the ice doing some like drills and everything, but not with the team. And then he eventually got back to the team practice. It wasn't too long, less than a week. It was about a weekish. Yeah.
This is why guys play hurt. And now he's on. It's the third, but you're right. It really is the fourth line.
If you could get a Lorentz in there, and again, I'm not trying to pick on Nick Robertson at all, but if you could get a Lorentz in there and McMahon continues to play like that, you might actually have a line there. Like a
Max, long-term
One thing I'll say too about Max is he's been shooting this year.
Yeah.
I've really liked his game. Like his stick checking is good. It's right where he left off last regular season. He's shooting. Yeah, there's a lot to like there. I'm not criticizing the player. I think it's admirable. He's performing as well as he is in a position he just straight up should not be in.
Well, maybe he's going to be in that position for a while because obviously we don't know when Lawton's going to be back. But I one more thing I want to say is if Lawton comes back and you're happy with the first line, do you move Domi over to the right wing and play Lawton, McMahon, Domi?
Oh, that's interesting.
Because Lawton plays a somewhat, when he's at his best, from what I understand anyway.
He can score.
Well, first off, yes, he can score. Yeah. Second, he can get in front of the net. So you got Domi. You almost have like Tavares stands in front of the net on his shifts on 5-on-5.
So then you're healthy scratching Lorentz.
I don't know. This is where
that's
the hard part.
So
right?
Lorentz, Blais, and Robertson would be scratches in that instance, right?
No one wants to hear this. It's going to be Nyes, Matthews, Easton Cowan to the Marlies, Domi, Michelli, Tavares, Nylander, and then you're going to have a bottom six that is a mix of Waugh, Lawton, McMahon, Yarncroke, Lorentz. There's no reason to healthy scratch Lorentz, really. And then are we missing a guy?
You can't healthy Lorentz, yeah.
I think we're missing
Lawton.
a guy. I think I had Lawton in there.
Blake?
So sorry. Lawton, Waugh,
I'll just pull up
Lorentz, McMahon, Yarncroke. There's 5. And then there's one spot left.
Joshua.
Oh, geez. Yeah, Joshua. Well, there you go. So Blais a healthy scratch. Robertson's a healthy scratch. Cowan to the Marlies.
And Cowan to the Marlies might not last that long because it's a hockey season and people get banged up.
100%. Yeah.
We're in this situation right now because of injuries. And we never thought we'd get here, but injuries always happen, so we should think we're going to get here.
Remember the discovery we had with Robertson where, like, he was the team's 13th forward, but he played over 70 games?
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it works.
He played 67 games last year, whatever it was.
Yeah. Someone's TikToks just started popping up, and it's Curtis Gabriel. Like, he's sort of getting into content creation. Ex-Leaf for the hottest of minutes. And you know, he talked about his NHL career and he hung around for a long time and he played a lot of games. And one of the things he kept mentioning was he never made an opening night lineup, which was insane to me. I was like, Curtis Gabriel, like, how many games did he play, Jesse?
In his career?
Yeah.
51.
Oh, okay.
That's not a lot.
More than that. But over how many seasons?
1, 2,
little
3,
bit. 4, 5.
He only played parts of 5 NHL seasons, and the most games he got into was 22.
It's hard to make an opening night lineup, man.
Well, like, I don't know if we're expecting Curtis Gabriel to make one. He played 3 games in Minnesota, 13, and then 22 in New Jersey, 11 with the Sharks, 2 with the Blackhawks. Actually, no NHL games with the Leafs.
He's no, because he got waived and claimed.
13 games with the Marlies.
He had that one moment in a preseason game where Bunting's doing an interview on the bench. Gabriel comes up from behind him and he goes, "You're a greasy little rat, kid." And then he goes to the locker room.
2 career goals.
2 more than us.
But he did score.
Oh yeah, I'm not knocking it.
Yeah, no, like, and again, like, he had his role. He was a tough guy. But it's hard to make a team and stay on the team.
Remember,
is all I'm saying.
Remember when we had Frank Corrado on earlier this year and we asked him about his was it earlier this year or was it last year?
All his career goals?
Yeah,
he remembered all of them.
All of them. That was so cool. Like, it just, and he's like, "Yeah, I did. Went like this and this and this." And I'm like, "Man, that is." But of course you would remember that. I'm sure Curtis Gabriel could describe in great detail.
Yeah. All right, Ovi.
Yeah, start running us back.
Okay, so there I was, standing at the left hash mark.
That might be a good Steve Dangle book.
Every Ovi
breakdown
goal?
of every Ovi goal ever.
Damn. I guarantee Ken Reed's already on it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think that's all I have to say, or that's all I have on the Leafs. Do you guys want to move on?
Caden Primo looked like Caden Primo.
Yeah, it was the great Caden Primo experience, no question. Yeah, well,
I didn't like the second goal. The third and fourth goals, I'm willing to be like, I don't know. Yossi shouldn't have even been on the ice.
He's a goaltender.
People got to remember he's the third stringer.
Mm-hmm.
but now he's
Maybe.
No, he's the backup.
He's arguably, this is the problem.
Yeah.
He's arguably the fourth best goalie in the organization.
After Hildeby.
And Hildeby is in the minors because he can be waived and he needs to develop. There's Stollers, there's Wool, who we're all eagerly waiting on, and we don't know what's going on there. And then there's Primo.
And his stats, by the way, at the AHL last year were insane. 927 save percentage, 21 wins, 2 losses, and 2 overtime losses. But then with the Montreal
unbeatable
Canadiens,
in the American League. Unbeatable.
With the Canadiens, he somehow got 2 wins, 3 losses, and an overtime loss with an 836 save percentage.
I've never seen that.
And a 470 GAA.
You can't. How did you win 2?
You can't play.
How did you win 2?
You can't play that man. So last night's game, right in line with what he was doing last year, 4 goals against average with the Leafs and an 867 because 67 has to be in there.
Hey, yo, your goalie jumps up that high in save percentage.
Yeah.
Most goalies would kill for that. From Mr. Primo, we're going to still need a little bit better.
So quadruple A goaltender. Too good for the AHL, not good enough for the NHL?
It's so weird. I've talked about this before, but if you go and look at NHL goalies that have been sent to the American League, on a conditioning stint, even Jonas Gustafsson, Jonathan Bernier, when he could not stop anything, they went to the AHL and they
dominated.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a shitty league. It's just, I guess, when you're used to facing NHL shots, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because that's the weirdest discrepancy I've ever seen. Second weirdest. The weirdest was the Hamburglar, Andrew Hammond, who was brutal in the AHL and could not be beaten in the NHL.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
Tim Hortons NHL hockey trading cards are back right now. I opened up my pack beforehand because I didn't want the cellophane to be ripping on the microphone like the other 2 guys.
Yeah,
so I'm going to just
great
start with
sound.
It's a part of the experience.
Yeah.
I got
ASMR.
Okay, I guess so. Fine. Dylan Strome of the Washington Capitals had a crazy year last year.
That's
crazy.
good.
Actually, the last couple of years been
Very
pretty
good.
Monumental moments. Steven Stamkos in Nashville. Stamkos scored his first goal with Nashville in a home clash against the Red Wings October 9th, 19th, 2024. And Andrei Vasilevsky, who's broken my heart so many times.
Yes. Oh, I'll go. We got Adam's favorite on the playoff-bound Anaheim Ducks, Mason McTavish.
Hell yeah.
We got official prize card.
What? That's our first one.
What is that?
Ooh.
What is it?
Well, I'm afraid to show it on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Don't show the QR
Don't show the QR code, but what is it? What did you win?
So it says Tim Hortons official prize card, donut prize card.
Hey, you want a donut?
I got a donut.
He's got a donut.
I didn't even know they had.
Trying to make
those.
sure the QR code.
Oh!
Can you turn it upside down?
And they didn't. Yeah, sorry. They didn't shortchange me either because I still got 3 cards.
What else did you get?
Igor Sharangovich. And we got a goalie etchings, Igor Shesterkin.
Maybe you'll Sharangovich that brownie or that donut with us. What do you think about that?
Probably not.
I have a Travis Sanheim. I have a Matt Barzal. But my last one, I think this is the ultimate card that you can get in this collection. Sidney Crosby.
Whoa!
True North Heroes. I got the Crosby card.
That is the card.
I think this is the card.
You know what? I wonder if
What a
there's
pull for us.
Tim Hortons monumental moments to Sidney Crosby on the Zamboni at the drive-thru.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That should be a monumental moment for Tim Hortons. We'll see if we find one. Now, by the way,
That's cool.
Grab a pack today at your local Tim Hortons or download the Tim's app to start collecting Tim Hortons NHL trading cards available this month. Tim Hortons. Moving on to the now 2-1 Anaheim Ducks.
I knew it.
2-1. Now I want to.
You're loving it.
I want to start this off by saying, gentlemen, that they had the greatest giveaway I think I've ever seen at an NHL game.
It's really good.
Can we bring this up on the screen? Look at the Ducks masks they gave away to literally everybody. I think that's all in the lower bowl. I don't know about the upper bowl. I really only care about the lower bowl people.
Yeah, Adam's people.
What asshole?
Those are Adam's people. In
Listen,
Lower
and
Bowl.
especially in Orange County, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, those are my real people.
Adam, what are you eating here?
How sick are those masks? Those are awesome. I love that.
Whatever money they spent on those masks is 1,000,000% worth it.
Yeah, the virality of them.
The publicity, the virality, but also like, what are you doing? Throwing that in the trash?
No, you're keeping that.
No, you're wearing.
Oh, that's the upper bowl, right?
No, that's the lower.
No, I think where this person is standing is the upper bowl. Look.
Yeah, it looks
you're
like
right.
it.
Yeah. So everybody got one.
Oh, that's cool.
Wasn't it 17,000 or something? I didn't know if that was the attendance or the people who got the masks or
It should be
both.
a sellout.
Like, people are going to wear that for Halloween. People are going to wear that to school. People are going to wear it to work.
Imagine you get that autographed by some guys that go on to win like some games, like some really big games, like
people are going to get them signed.
like
100%.
signs that or something.
People are going to put them on their desk at school. They're going to put it in their dorm. They're going to put it in their office. They're like,
Are you going to name every place?
yes, I am. They're going to have it in their bathroom where they take a dump. They're going to.
You can have it on a train. You can do it like, what are you, fucking Dr. Seuss?
You can wear them here or there. You can wear them anywhere.
Like what?
It's brilliant because it's great marketing.
Could
It's
you
great
on a
thing.
boat?
I do not like green eggs and ham. Is what I'm saying about these masks.
Please,
but I
name
do
more
like these
places
masks.
you can put this.
Oh man.
You could put it at if you work at a bakery, you could put this like right next to the day olds, right? This would be a cute little thing. It gets your attention, and oh, you know what? I'm gonna get some donuts for $1.50.
Hey, you know what you could do?
What?
If there's like a part of the ceiling that's low hanging, you could put it there and be like, duck, get it?
Hey! Oh!
Instead of a sign that says low hanging,
You could if you own a bar, you could put 2 of these masks and then a bottle of Grey Goose next to it. And then it'll be Duck Duck Goose.
Now, I want to compare and contrast here.
You didn't laugh
because
hard enough at that.
The New York Rangers have not scored a goal at home, and don't worry, we'll come to them. Chris Kreider's first 3 games with Anaheim, he has 4 goals, 3 of them are on the power play, and 1 is a game-winning goal plus an assist.
Guys, like I don't expect him to keep that pace up.
Well, that would be like a 100-goal pace.
But what I thought from the Rangers last year,
100-goal pace.
he might do it.
4 goals in 3 games.
What I thought from the Rangers last year is so many guys had a bad season, and everyone looked at them and went, "This is who they are. This is who they are forever."
By the way, Kreider had just come off a pretty amazing playoff run too.
Amazing playoff run and amazing season, and was dealing with a gnarly injury. Now, what we do,
And that was a back, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so he had 8 goals, 12 points in 16 games on the Rangers' run to the Eastern Conference Final the year before.
Did that lead the team? Like,
I don't know what
it had to have been close.
it was probably up there.
It's funny. Some guys remember the conversation we had about Patrick Kane and his hip resurfacing?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Which conversation though? What specifically?
So when he was getting the hip resurfacing procedure, my thought was buyer beware and stay away. I don't care that it's Patrick Kane. The evidence was guys get this surgery and it's a death sentence for their career. They never really recover. Kane gets it and he's still very good. I mean, he's not a Hart Trophy guy, but he's still very good. He's definitely an NHL player. Jack Eichel.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason the Sabres didn't want him to get the surgery, wrongly, is no NHL player had gotten it. Now, other athletes had gotten it, but no other NHL player has gotten it. I'm learning to adjust my expectations for players with what used to be a career-threatening injury.
Yep.
Because the medical advancements are keeping these guys in the league for. I can't believe Corey Perry's still playing.
Right.
Speaking of the Ducks, right?
Yeah.
Like, that guy got bought out and looked cooked. Remember the conversation? Who would you rather have, Wayne Simmons or Corey Perry?
And everybody said Wayne.
Everybody said Wayne because statistically, it should have been Wayne. There's another guy who had his career cut short due to injuries, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for everyone. But way too many people looked at Chris Kreider last year and just went, he's done now.
He still had 20 goals with a gnarly back injury.
Yeah, well, geez, someone had to score,
Yeah.
which I hate. No, they don't. Go look at some of the teams in this league. No, they don't.
It's actually true. Ryan Dzingel on the bad Senators.
It's a little true.
But Kreider and the Ducks, and listen, the teams they've beaten up on are San Jose and Pittsburgh, and they barely got by San Jose, right? It was like a 7-6 victory. The fact that they have started like this is their 10th home opener victory in a row, which is kind of surprising considering how bad they've been.
That's crazy.
I do want to say that
10?
There's a lot to be proven here. I'm not saying the Ducks are great, but what do you need? I think the Ducks can make the playoffs. I've said that, and I've said it, and I've said it, and I've said it. What you need are your best players to be good. And
what about Cutter the GOAT?
Buddy, I keep telling you, worst trade in Flyers history. End of story.
Yeah, man. He looks real good.
And listen, the Flyers traded Bobrovsky. And I still think Cutter Gauthier might be worse.
Nah.
Because at least
pretty
Bobrovsky had bad seasons in there. Cutter Gauthier just keeps getting better, man. You'll see at the end of his career.
That's an interesting thought. And it's not like Bob won in Columbus, but damn.
Yeah, because I don't count the Florida thing. Like it's what he did in Columbus.
Right.
It's not what he did in Florida.
Right. That's a very interesting thing.
And it's not that the Ducks have, like I said, proven anything. They've played like I said, they've been playing like Pittsburgh and San Jose and whatever. But the bar for them in previous years was so low. You would expect, like we saw them play last year against San Jose. They were not good. No, we didn't see that. We saw the Rangers and San Jose play, didn't we?
Yeah, and the Rangers murdered them.
Yeah, well, and the Rangers are bad. I just think team to watch. That's exciting. The vibes seem to be good. And I don't think that a team that doesn't take itself seriously in terms of their chances of doing some damage in the NHL this year does a giveaway like that Ducks mask giveaway. I'm serious. I don't think that they would do that. Point. If they're going for Gavin McKenna this year, I don't think they're doing that giveaway.
Right.
Does that make sense promotionally wise?
No, I think they're. I'm still skeptical about your playoff prediction, but I think they're too good to be in that conversation, like at all.
Right.
In the McKenna Bowl.
Now, I had a message from somebody who said, listen, I know you guys are going to talk about the Rangers. And I know you're going to talk about the fact that they did not score at home. But,
for 3 straight games.
But can you first at least give Jeff Skinner his flowers for his game yesterday? And listen, let me tell you something. Jeff Skinner started yesterday. Stuart Skinner. Wow.
I was like, did they play the Sharks?
I was so confused.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they're really interested in what I have to say right now.
I was waiting for you to go somewhere with Jeff Skinner.
Stuart Skinner. Can
we all have our blind spots, and that one's Adam.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep doing it. Stuart Skinner, can we give him his flowers? Now, I went back and I watched the highlights, and the only legitimate scoring chances the Rangers had came from Sam Carrick. Sam Carrick had the game of his life. But Stuart, not Jeff, was better.
You know what? Jeff was fine.
Jeff's been fine.
Jeff did a great job.
Just okay.
Sam Carrick, so good to see him still in the league.
How is he still continued to be in the league? It's crazy.
I mean, that guy played for the Horacek Leafs. Like, you talk about a pro career the hard way. But this conversation is meant to be about Stuart Skinner. Who cares? You got a shutout. Like, that's got to make him feel good. That's got to make the Oilers feel good. A lot of pro sports is how you feel, and just confidence, right? Like that, the play where he misplayed the puck, where Evan Bouchard did that funny thing where he looked at him like, what are you doing exactly? I don't remember who.
And then I think it was Blake Coleman poke checked in.
Yeah, you're right. That's not a confident play, is it?
No.
So him feeling good, the Oilers feeling good. It's you're looking for building blocks for the rest of your season, and the Rangers handed them one.
Jesse.
Yes.
The Rangers are the first NHL team in history to go scoreless in their first 3 home games.
Yes.
Mika Zibanejad said, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Their big thing before the season was those no BS shirts.
Mm-hmm.
It should be no G's. But
I'm
curious to know, like, is this going to be in the Rangers season a blip on the radar like the last 2 Octobers have been for Edmonton? Or do we have something rotten in there, and it's a continuation of last season?
Yeah, just to add to the record they're trying to break, they do own that record now, but they're trying to be the first the team to go the longest without scoring at home.
I don't know if they're trying to do that.
They're not trying to be but they might. If they don't score within the first 7 minutes and 20 seconds of next Monday's game against Minnesota, they'll pass the Pittsburgh Pirates for the league record scoring drought of 187 minutes.
Like of all the major leagues.
To begin a new season on home ice. NHL.
NHL.
Yeah.
Because there used to be a hockey team called the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yeah, they don't exist anymore. They set that record in 1928.
Holy shit!
Wow.
They went 187 minutes and 19 seconds without scoring on home ice in 1928. So,
and that's why they don't exist.
7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Quick, Google what the #1 Billboard song was.
No, we're not going to do that. But Cliff Fletcher was alive.
This thing isn't.
He might have been.
This thing isn't anything. Like this isn't
nothing.
This is just how it's kind of played out.
Talk to the camera. Talk to Rangers fans right now.
I think the Rangers fans who have watched those games know the Washington game. I think high danger scoring chances were like 12-6 in favor of the Rangers. Shots in terms of the actual game, I think they outshot them by more than double digits. I think it was like 12 or something like that. Last night, there's that Sam Carrick play. Stuart Skinner makes an amazing save. Braden Schneider hit the post. Panarin got like 5 shots on goal. They had their scoring chances. They're shooting 6.5% on the season.
Is that good?
That's not going to stay the same. You don't shoot 6.5% over any period of any.
Are you saying there's a regress to the mean here?
They're going to come back to normal, and they're playing decent hockey. They lead the league in save percentage right now at .946 over their first 5 games. That's unsustainable, but that's really good.
That's really
good. The Rangers?
Yeah.
Hey,
okay, so they're every year.
I don't know if you've heard about this. They have this really good goalie. His name's Igor Shesterkin.
Jonathan Quick?
No, that's true. Oh, yeah, that too.
Okay, so every year there's a team that has just dumb stats that don't make any sense. Here they are. Why are they the Carnival team again?
No, it's not Carnival. It's a 3-game sample size at home.
But you know that next Monday's game is going to be a can't miss against Minnesota.
Yes, it's funny that they're playing the Rangers on Thursday because we're going to come here on, or the Leafs are playing the Rangers on Thursday because we're going to come here on Friday and do a whole recap of that game, get a good look on how they play because we're going to watch that full 60 minutes. Yeah. So this Friday show is going to be a lot of fun with this team, but the 2 road games they've played so far, they scored 10 goals combined.
So it's just a thing.
It's just a thing that happened to happen with 3 home games. They get shut out.
You know what's going to be really fun?
Broadway too bright.
You know?
Man, what's with Canadian teams coming into New York and owning them? That's crazy.
We gotta find some way to feel good about ourselves right now.
The Leafs should be just on their heels. They should be a little worried about the Rangers coming in there because that 6.5% is not going to stay the same. This team's going to be extra motivated.
They're going to be mad.
They leave MSG being like, what, fucking, he just can't score it again. He didn't score again. You know, so I worry about that games for the Leafs because I think everything's fine in New York.
Well, I think it's going to be very funny. Who's the next game? Minnesota, you said?
Next home game is Minnesota.
Next home game is Minnesota.
I'm watching that game.
It's going to be
7 minutes and 21 seconds.
I need to see that first period.
It's going to be, by the way, really funny when they score in the first 7 minutes and it's disallowed.
I have seen a Rangers game in person this year in Pittsburgh.
Okay,
and I agree fundamentally with Jesse. Yeah, they can score some goals.
Yeah, what was the score in that game?
5-1.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing that was the Penguins really did dominate the first period, and then after that, it was like, oh, New York's just a way better team.
And that was one of the teams that shut them out.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
shut them out in the home opener.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I have to say this very quickly about Pittsburgh because we're coming back to Pittsburgh in a second. I got a fat guy corner prepared from Pittsburgh, but the tribute the Penguins did for Mike Sullivan was beautiful. It was amazing, like really and truly. You could tell like his eyes were red and that sort of thing. It was that was a beautiful moment. So I did want to shout that out. Now
the Rangers, just the last thing, they've played one more game than any other team in the league. No team has played 5 games. They've played 5 games. They also just lead league in shots as well.
Oh,
they're getting shots.
Yeah,
they're just
Carolina
not going in.
You know?
The Hurricanes will eventually lead that stat because that's how Brendan Moore plays hockey. But they're fine. Yeah. They're fine. They're fine. Don't overreact. JT Miller's there.
Clip this for 2 months from now. It's American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not in a playoff spot. Yo, I have put a lot of my hopes on the Rangers as well. Like I was like, they are not a bad team. Just like I said, Boston is not a bad team.
No.
And I don't understand why people are so down on them. One season does not an era make.
Yeah, but
Nah.
the reason the Bruins were bad last year was easier to explain than the Rangers.
Their roster.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
the Rangers
I don't know.
management's like, we don't fucking like any of you. And then
Well-
they're like, now go out and play hockey.
That's hard to explain.
But the Bruins roster, do you look at that and like it?
I don't like it, in fact. But I here's the thing: the Bruins were like, hey, you know what sucks? Paying a guy an extra $2 million spread out over 8 years. So we're gonna fuck up his training camp and then expect him to come back in.
You've never brought that up.
No, it's hi, I'm Cam Neely and I'm being a pain in the ass right now.
Yeah.
Like you, and then you capitulated.
Also, I'm taking
Why
a dump.
did you do that?
I'm taking a dump in your toilet and then firing you and leaving your house.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to flush.
Which he did to the guy before Jim Montgomery.
And then he won a cup.
And he won a cup, and then Monty's in Pittsburgh or in St. Louis making the playoffs. Anyway, long story short, I feel like I think Boston's better than they showed last year. I think New York's better than they showed last year because honestly, guys, how could they not be? And yet, it's the NHL. You just don't know.
No.
I want to talk a little bit before we get to some Fat Guy Corner stuff about Hasso-Plattner. Now, this is an interview. Sheng Peng, who we met in San Jose,
That's right.
great reporter for San Jose Hockey Now, really, really nice guy too. And Hasso-Plattner, you know, I've heard Friedge mention this, and I've heard CJ mention this. Does not talk to the media, has not spoken in 10 years, and so for him to get this, I think it was a big deal.
He
And
got it out all at once.
he did. So it was so interesting about when he talked about this in 2022. So they hire Mike Greer and they got to rebuild the team. And his answer to how hard that was he's like, well, that was clear when we hired Mike Greer that we would have to do this. He said there was no way we could rescue that team. Burns wanted out, Hurdle wanted out, Pavelski was gone. Erik Karlsson was going, so we were kind of left with Logan, and then Logan got injured, and Mario Ferraro is literally the last man standing. And it's hard to... That's kind of what happened, right?
You know, a lot of teams got screwed by like the flat cap and COVID. I mean, that killed the Sharks' last kick of the can, basically.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because he talks a little bit about the drafting thing, and he talked about Doug Wilson, longtime general manager, built the almost dynasty of the San Jose Sharks. But what was interesting, he said, you know, Plattner on his relationship with Doug Wilson when he stepped down, he said, you know, that he was not well. Okay, well, that says it all. Remember, Plattner's German, so you know when you're reading these quotes, remember he's a German speaker. He was a very, very good guy, very good hockey sense. But when you have a sickness like he had, permanent headaches, he was living in Phoenix. The team was here. He said much more. I'm negative about his son. He was not drafting well. He was totally over his pay grade, and that was a mistake I probably made, and I didn't see that. And he said we were always good relatively at drafting, and then all of a sudden we weren't. And he talked specifically in another answer about Bordelot. Bordelot was their big, Thomas Bordelot was their big draft pick. And he said, we wasted high draft picks before on I don't know what. I have to look them up, whether any of them are even playing in the NHL. He's like, is Bordelot playing in the NHL? They were labeling him as the next big thing. When I saw him, he was in love with the puck. A hockey team is a difficult group to build, but they work together and they don't play for the show. Therefore, I'm so happy with Celebrini, how he can do everything, but he does everything possible for other players, for his partners on the ice. I think you see this and you report this. He is a leader.
So Thomas Bordelot has played in the NHL. He's played 44 games, 6 goals, 18 points. That's really not bad.
No.
So I thought that was very harsh, but I mean, right now he's with the Utica Comets. Very, very good AHL player. 23.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just harsh. He's a second round pick.
Well,
too. Like, what do you
listen,
expect?
Germans are known for being direct.
He is.
This is how he feels. And so, how
about Ozzy Weisblatt, who we saw last night and looks excellent, who was also drafted that year? Why don't you have him? Is that?
Well, I think ultimately, I think that this is a team that's had a lot of changeover. He talked a little bit too about how it was Pavelski, letting Pavelski go was a mistake. And we said at the time that Pavelski to Dallas contract, we're like, are they insane? What a great deal for Dallas now.
I was super wrong about that because I saw $7 million at the time was insane. And 3 years for him, I thought was insane. I thought all of that was insane. And he was excellent.
Plattner on why the Sharks extended Thomas Hertl in March 2022. He said, we still had hope, or Wilson still had the hope he could turn it around with Couture and Hertl. All these years we worked together, he told me he doesn't like long-term contracts, and this is wrong. This is what other people do. And then all of a sudden, we made a long-term deal with Vlasic, a long-term with Hertl, a long-term with Erik Karlsson. I don't know what happened. Probably he was afraid of the future. If we lose these players, he will go down with a losing team, which we finally did. I don't know how many years, 12 years of being on top of the league, or at least top 5. So they were trying to extend their window, as they said.
They overextended themselves. This is what every team does. That's why when the Rangers did that letter in 2014, it was like, oh,
yeah,
they're pulling the chute. No one ever pulls the chute. They're just like, we're going to go for it until the wheels fall off.
He said, I hope we don't have to go for McKenna. I just talked to the coach. No McKenna here now. And Mike said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He talked about some of the guys they're excited about. Musty, Chernyshov, Cardwell, some of these guys that we saw when we were down there, Dickinson, Misa. And he then he said, listen, do you plan on, with the cap rising as fast, are the Sharks going to be a cap team? Thought this is an interesting answer.
An interesting question.
He said, I hope the fans support me a little bit and come to the arena or sit outside and watch on television, and that we're sold out again. Financially, it's not a problem. It's a problem of self-motivation. So if we are playing better and if there is a steady trajectory up to a competitive team, then that shouldn't be a problem.
So if the team proves that they're worth it, I will spend the money.
With the core guys that they have.
Got it.
Plattner on if he expects the San Jose Sharks to make the playoffs this year. He said no. Next year, we should be close with Dickinson fully engaged, Misa being close to the same level with Celebrini. We should not push them too hard this year. If they do make it for whatever good reason, fine, but we can't push them. Look, some of them are only 18. They're not even allowed to drink a beer.
That's very true. Typical German, going straight for, they can't even have the beer.
He talks about ownership and that sort of thing. Our friend Jonathan Becker comes up. I think it's fascinating too that he kind of said that Erik Karlsson was sort of a selfish player, and I wanted to sit on that for a second because it at the time when these big long-term extensions were being handed out, like Hertl wanted to go because he wanted to go to Vegas eventually because he had a knee injury. He's like, if I get one more of these, I'm not going to be able to play again. Right. Which is interesting because now we know Thomas Hertl is one knee injury away from not playing for Vegas either. But Erik Karlsson specifically, Jesse, this is not the first time we've heard this. We heard rumors about in Ottawa, if Erik didn't feel like doing a morning skate, then the team wouldn't do one. Kyle Dubas said, after the season last year that Erik's work habits have to match his goals. Mm-hmm. So basically, with Erik Karlsson now hearing all of this stuff around him, there's now, 3 different franchises saying somewhat similar things. Does that hurt his trade value on the market this year? Because I feel like that is a major move for the Penguins that they need to get done this year.
I think right now you know what you're getting in Erik Karlsson, right? You're not getting somebody to be your number one defenseman and play big minutes and all that stuff. You're getting a offensive defenseman to put up a bunch of points and play some defense. And I feel like he's been around long enough in the NHL where teams acquiring Karlsson at a reduced price are going to get good value for somebody who can put up some points here. And I feel like Kyle Dubas, if he goes that route, if he can find a location for Karlsson, will get a decent return for him because if you're acquiring him, you're acquiring him for that point production and not necessarily for the defensive ability.
And several years of it, potentially.
Yeah, how much is left?
I think he's got 2 or 3, I think.
And it should be pointed out that the Sharks have come out on the other end of Erik Karlsson pretty well. They traded him. They had to
only 2 years left.
Yeah, there you go. They had to retain some salary, but they got Michael Granlund, who is excellent, and they got a first-round pick for him in CC. They got a 2024 first-round pick that they ended up flipping in a trade with Buffalo, and they turned the pick that they got in that trade into Sam Dickinson.
Yep.
And they got a few other pieces as well. So, I don't really think they should lament the Karlsson deal.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
I think they lamented on the other side with Ottawa because that turned into Tim Stützle and Josh Norris.
Well, yeah, that was shit.
And he
that was bad.
And Hasso says that in the thing. So
total lifeline to Ottawa too, who had just coughed up the 4th overall pick. if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In the Matt Duchene thing. And they Hail Mary. Like you give up a lottery pick, that's bad. And remember, they had the option to get rid of one pick 1 year or another pick the other year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the 4th pick, and it's like worst case scenario. And that ended up becoming Brady Tkachuk.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah. He's good at hockey.
And then they get the Sharks to do the exact same mistake they did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 3rd overall pick, and it's Tim Stützle.
Yeah.
That is some Indiana Jones sliding under the friggin' boulder door. Like really, really lucky shit from the Sens.
No question. And I think what's interesting about this interview generally is that no owners really talk. And we always say owners shouldn't talk. But in this particular instance, I am not going to be upset with an owner being upfront about these things. And in fact, that's been some of the problems we've seen here in Toronto is just a total silence from the team until this season. I have to say, when Shanny was gone, Pelly came out and said, and Brad Treliving came out and said what he said, and Berube said, it was like, oh yeah, okay, good. You see what we see. You're not going to tell us that Cody Ceci is actually good on the top pair. Great. That's an exciting development for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah. I do think too, it's interesting. They want to get away from the Gavin McKenna rumors, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. They haven't started great.
Yeah, they haven't. Like, I don't know if the ownership and the hockey operations are on the same page here, because I think hockey operations realizes this is a long thing and it doesn't just turn around that quick. And this team isn't set up to win right now.
No one is signed. No one is signed.
They just acquired Carey Price.
Yep.
Yes.
They are built to dump salaries so that Carey Price's deal can be on the books so they can meet the floor of the salary cap.
How many players do they even have committed to next season?
It's not a lot.
It's very few. Outside, okay, so Celebrini we know, Eklund we know, Smith we know.
Yeah, it's Toffoli, Celebrini, Misa, Smith, and Eklund. Those are the forwards signed.
What do you got in net?
Askarov,
I think.
In net, it's Askarov. That's it. And on D, it's Orlov and Sam Dickinson.
And Orlov's only for that 1 year. Like he's a 2-year deal.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, but they got Ryan Ellis. Oh, wait. Like, this
I was
is
about to say they had, I was joking they had Price. They don't actually.
Yeah, no, Price is done after this year. They're not trying to win here. And like, if you're an owner, obviously you want your team to win the Stanley Cup every single year, but hockey operations is doing the smart thing and taking their time with this and building a great young core, and it's going to be a while.
This is a Halo Reach ass roster. Like, this is, and for those of you who don't remember the plot of that game,
I never played Halo.
It's a really good game and underrated. The Halo Reach one. It's all these Spartans fighting the Covenant to get off of the planet Reach. And in the end, you die. But in doing so, you protected Master Chief and let him survive another day.
And got him off of Reach.
Celebrini is Master Chief.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this situation, this is a look at all these mercenaries who, like Wenberg
and Tyler Toffoli. Let's not forget
Toffoli. Like, what a soldier!
Oh, I left off Goudreau, did I? And Gaudette when I was listing the forwards who are signed through next year. But it's Logan Couture is never going to play again contract. Tyler Toffoli, Barclay Goudreau, Adam Gaudette, Celebrini, Misa, Smith, and Eklund.
Thanaseyev was just on waivers. Like,
that's their team.
Come on, man.
Like, let's be real.
They even have a bunch of RFAs too.
Go Colin Graff.
Hell yeah, Colin Graff.
I don't think anybody working below the owner knew that these comments were going to be made.
No, it's kind of crazy.
Or they understand that he wants that to happen, because that's not realistic.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to just take that and say, okay, that's nice, and move on.
But
that's it. Like, what else can you do with that?
What's Jonathan Becker's job is managing up.
Mm-hmm. Steve, would you like a Bugatti? Actually, you probably don't even want Adam. Do you want a McLaren?
Yes.
That's nice.
Isn't it? Actually, my expectation, Jesse, is that I will have a McLaren next month.
Steve, do you want
next month?
So
do you want a Mazda 3?
What's your job to tell me?
Oh, a couple years.
Yeah,
maybe. We build towards that. We make a plan. You get everything in order, and then that thing delivers. Tomorrow, I want it. little unrealistic.
But if we plan everything right, GM Jesse, we could get there. Is that what you're telling me as the owner? Okay.
Exactly. I'm saying like this thing is being built perfectly. What do we always say about the Sharks? They're the most fun rebuild we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
They're the good vibes rebuild.
It could have gone Chicago, but it went San Jose. You know what I mean?
We all thought it was going to be Chicago.
Yeah.
They've done a fantastic job with this. Let them keep going and don't rush anything.
Part of it is I think the Sharks have been more realistic about their rebuild than Chicago, because Chicago went out and got all these veterans and we thought they were going to be better, and I think they thought they were going to be better. The Sharks haven't given their fans any illusion of any of that.
No.
You know? So, I mean, that also doesn't mean they're going to be good. So,
Hope in Every Step is more than just a walk. It's a movement. Held this year at Spencer Smith Park in Burlington on November 1st, the event brings our community together to stand against gender-based violence. By stepping out with us, you're raising vital funds for the Halton Women's Place and sending a message of solidarity to every woman seeking safety and support. Walk in heels, boots, sneakers, whatever is most, get your heart into it. That's what we want. Typically, we got about 400 people that go to this. It includes lunch and an event toque. Hawthorne, the band, is going to be playing. And here's some crazy, startling stats about domestic violence in Ontario. Since 2018, the number of women killed each year in Ontario has gone up by 68%. In 2023-2024, 62 women have been killed by intimate partner violence in Ontario. That is more than one per week. And that's why they want to have a walk like this. Every dollar raised supports critical services provided by the Halton's Women's Place, the only women's shelter in the Halton region. And if you would like to donate, it's or at least sign up, that is, $20 for adults, $10 for youths. You can see the link in the description of this video or the audio program that you're listening to, wherever you get your podcasts. And please support, because it's going to a great cause. Now, on the Sharks, I would like to do a quick Fat Guy Corner on the Sharks.
oh,
And then Jesse, I sent you a bunch of pictures from Pittsburgh, from the Captain Morgan Club where I went, for a Fat Guy Corner on the Penguins. Now, the Sharks have introduced something that is completely, to me, bananas. And they're not bananas.
is it a banana split?
It is not. But it's called the Chum Bucket, because, you chum the waters when you want to see sharks. The name
Is awful.
well,
That's a terrible name.
the name is it does lend itself to jokes.
Yes.
Now, the Chum Bucket, I want you to see it first, and then I want you to find out what's on it, because you have to see this. It's a visual. It's like a Starbucks drink. Jesse will let us know when it's ready to go. But it's like, those Starbucks drinks where it's
stove? Drink for stove? Sorry. Anyway.
like, do people say that?
No.
Remember there was like the unicorn drink at Starbucks?
I do remember that.
I want you to imagine that, but it's a Chum Bucket version and has sand.
So it's like
I left this off of Fat Guy Corner. Like this is about a week old now, right?
Is it?
And
Yeah.
because I was unimpressed.
So here's what it is.
Huh.
Buttery popcorn,
Hell yeah.
strawberry Pop-Tarts,
Okay.
teal chocolate, because the future is teal, red chocolate, and
Teal chocolate.
and freeze-dried strawberries.
Oh, this makes your poop blue for sure.
What do we think?
Is
Jesse,
it
we know Jesse's unimpressed.
I'm a 4 out of 10.
Is it legal in California?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah?
Maddie, you're
I
on
would
my
eat
side.
this.
You're
Maddie-
shaking.
Maddie's
I
not
would eat
down.
this.
She's not down.
None of this looks appealing to me.
Yeah.
It is a scary looking bucket.
You're
I'm
wrong.
not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
This is like give me the brisket sandwich.
Ah,
Give me the lasagna I can get at a hockey game.
Where's the
Like what the
protein?
fuck is this?
where's the sushi?
Where's
Oh,
the
I'm gonna eat
what?
fucking popcorn and Pop-Tarts.
See,
I could make this at home.
I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is called Fat Guy Corner.
Mhm.
So you can both leave us alone. Fat guys are talking.
Yeah. Sorry.
Adam, what do you
us be
think?
The expert. You know what? Teal. I want to know what teal chocolate tastes like.
I also want to know what
It,
teal
tastes-
chocolate
it tastes like chocolate. It's food coloring.
No, but I still need.
No,
to
it's literally
taste
just
it. I
food
need to
dye.
taste the teal chocolate.
Why do I need that?
As your friend Jesse, you're out of your depth.
Yeah.
You're out of your depth.
Oh yeah, you're gonna eat this? You would never, Adam. You would never touch this.
I would try the teal chocolate. I would.
No, Adam, we would put this in front of you, and you'd be like, "My tummy's gonna hurt if."
Well,
I eat
it
that.
might, but if I take a couple Pepsids beforehand, I might.
Jesse
be okay.
might have a point.
Now,
And then there's me, old compactor.
Oh, hey, you want some piggy sauce with that? Piggy.
Put it in me. I said what I said.
all right,
Give me that shit.
All right. So now, Jesse, can you pull up the email? I sent you a bunch. They're in a Google Drive.
Oh my god.
So I was at the Penguins game, and while Jesse's doing this, I picked up a gift for myself and for SDPN.
Oh,
This is the brand new Penguins jersey.
That's not for us.
I'm keeping this damn jersey.
That's for you.
Look at that.
and
By
it's
the way,
Crosby on the
Hey,
back,
well
collector's
done.
item.
Crosby on the back. But I had
Sorry.
to tell you, this jersey, I was like, man, on Friday, I was like, man, that jersey's sick. And then Jesse's like, well, you're going to be there. Pick one up.
Yeah, you should just get one. Yeah.
The new gold jerseys for the Penguins are sexy on the ice. They are sexier in person.
I've never seen the shoulder patch with
It's got
the
the
little
igloo, which is, I think, that's where they used to play. Is
Yes,
it not?
it is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's the
I like
igloo
those.
patch.
Those are so beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah. And so here's a Crosby on the back. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. And the people at the pro shop were really good about it because they're like, here are the ones with the fight strap and here are the ones without. So they were able to.
You got the high end one.
I got the high end.
You got to get the fight
Nice.
Hey,
strap.
listen, I was paying company dollars on this. So you bet you.
Oh, was that a little busy?
Yeah.
A little busy expense?
Little biz expense. But I just thought, how gorgeous. They did a great job on these jerseys. They did.
I think that's incredible.
So listen, Pittsburgh, I know you think I've been hard on you, but I got to tell you, the arena's great. First time I'd been to PPG Payne Arena.
Did anyone egg you like from your seat?
No one egged me. No one.
No?
And I did get some message from Pittsburgh people going, I can't believe you're here and you didn't tell us. And a few
you're a piece of
people.
garbage.
And I said, I was afraid I'd get jumped, to be honest with you. I didn't want to advertise it.
You know what? Hey, we survived a playoff game in Boston. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, they felt bad for us, though.
Do you remember that one guy in front of us tried to start a fight?
Did he?
Kind of.
With us?
He was egging us on all game, but without looking at us.
I don't remember that.
He was doing like a little shoulder check, like woo, like trying to.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
that didn't
Man.
happen.
little pencil neck.
In
Whatever.
Pennsylvania, they were like it's funny. There was an Aussie guy behind me, and he was like, he just started talking to me and my stepdad, and he's like, it's not really like I'm not going to do an Aussie accent, but he's like, not really a good team, eh? And I said no, and I said, how did you become a Penguins fan in Australia? He's like, well, I'm in the aviation industry. I travel around, blah blah blah. He's like, but Mario Lemieux. He's like, he's the greatest athlete of all time.
That is a good answer.
And he's like, it just feels like this is not a great team. I'm like, it isn't. But Gavin McKenna, look that guy up. Get excited. Penn State, baby. Let's go. So anyway,
All right, the Pittsburgh eats.
the Pittsburgh fat guy corner. And these guys have got great. So we've got braised beef nachos called the Slap Me
silly Sydney.
Love
that.
So what do we think about the braised beef nachos?
I like that. That's good.
It's not the greatest picture because,
Listen,
like, what
I
is that
took
in the
the
middle?
picture. I took the
Adam's
Oh,
not
there
the
you
best
go.
photographer
Yeah.
here.
No,
but-
zoomed in. Well, because it looked the sour cream looked green. Like now it.
Oh yeah, you can see it
Again,
now.
I'm
Okay.
not the best picture taker.
That's okay.
To be
I
quick.
think this looks delicious, regardless picture or not. Like that's amazing. Can you tell the people who are listening what's on this?
Looks like. Wait, are you asking
Okay,
me
so
or
you
the guy
got
who
you
was
got
there?
you got your nachos.
Both
You got
of
your
you.
braised
Either
beef.
one.
You got some red peppers on. No, actually, it's tomatoes. Steve would
I
eat
wouldn't
that.
eat it, yeah.
There are some onions there. No, those are not red peppers. Those are definitely tomatoes.
Thank God.
And there is also a nice dollop of sour cream on the top. I hope it's full fat because that's the best way to eat sour cream. And then probably some cilantro, which I would tell them to hold. Hold the cilantro, please.
Oh, you're one of those people who think it tastes like soap?
Yeah,
Mm.
Nah, I like.
Isn't that like a
Booty. It's
disease?
cheeks.
I
Is it a
don't
disease?
think
No.
it's.
Yeah, I think it's a disease
No, I don't
that
think it's
weird
a-
people
I don't
have.
think it's quite a disease.
I think they call it weird people disease.
I think it's a genetic
WPD.
Weird people disease.
weird
Yeah.
disease. So those are the Slap Me Silly braised beef nachos. So they get a thumbs up on
Maddie?
the Fat Guy Corner.
What?
Oh, me. Sorry.
What are your thoughts?
Is that sour? Like, is it lime crema, or is that like
No, it's sour
actual-
cream.
Okay,
It's
it just
definitely sour.
it just looks green.
Yeah, and there is some cheese sauce on there too.
Yeah, I would eat this 100%.
Okay. All right. Next one, Jesse.
I would also eat this.
This is the Fast Lane Grandma Bingo Buffalo Chicken Waffle Fries. I don't know the reference there. Fast Lane Grandma Bingo.
That's
Probably-
got to be a Steigerwald call.
Probably.
Has to be. It's not one I recognize.
Buffalo chicken waffle fries. So you can imagine waffle fries with buffalo chicken sauce, and they've got some sort of cream sauce on them along with green onions. That would put me to sleep. I would have a bite of someone else's. I would definitely be the seagull about it, but I would not eat a whole bowl of that. I don't think I can.
I can't get over. I'm sorry.
You're a quitter.
On the right-hand side, bottled water is $6.29.
American.
But it is 0 calories. So
Oh, that's good.
That's absurd.
Would that be $10?
hey, no, Jesse,
That's Canadian.
you're ignoring the smart water, which is $8.59.
Oh my god. That's like $11 Canadian.
Yeah, it's
Can't be that smart. You better do my homework for me at
That's
$8.59.
expensive.
Yeah.
No.
It's a liter for it, at least, I think.
Yeah, it's the
Liter.
big smart water bottles at
Yeah.
least.
Oh, so now you'll do metric. All right.
But
yeah.
that's a lot.
That looks delicious.
If you
I'll
are a season
remortgage
ticket
my
holder,
house.
though, 15% discount on all items,
Oh,
If you're a
including
season
booze.
ticket holder?
including booze. Oh, sorry,
Excluding, it
excluding
says,
booze.
yeah.
Booze is what I meant.
I was like, including.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Golly. Now, the one thing you got to worry about with things like this,
Mhm.
and this is something that only a fat guy would catch, you got to make sure that the chicken is mixed in, because I don't want to eat the chicken on top and discover it's all fries on the bottom.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I want chicken throughout my dish. Fat guy stuff.
That's very smart.
Stick with me.
Yeah.
Stick with me. I know what I'm doing.
You want to do this one, Adam?
Yes, this would be the smoked like a bad cigar pastrami hoagie. Now you have to understand, Primanti's is a big deal in Pittsburgh. If you ever go, you must go to Primanti Brothers. Sandwiches, big ones with beef and delicious meats on them. Big
ones
deal.
with what?
What's that?
With what?
With
What's that?
meats. Smoked
Beef!
beef. This pastrami hoagie looks good. Now, I don't know that I would want all that sauce because I'm seeing a sandwich here and it's open. It's so thick with stuff that the sandwich can't fully close. You got the pastrami.
It is a lot
You
of
got
sauce.
the onions and that sort of thing. But that sauce, there's too much sauce. I think I'd hold the sauce a little bit. Just
You know what I don't
sauce.
like? When you get a sandwich like this at one of these games, the bread always feels kind of cheap.
Soggy?
Like the bread's always kind of like the lowest grade bread you can
You
get.
need a good bread.
Yeah. And
you
I
don't
feel
want
like
the bread to feel like it's it just kind of disintegrates in your hands, right?
yeah. It's not like I would never get a sandwich like this at one of these games because you know you're not getting the highest quality ingredients.
Again,
I'm out.
like you couldn't eat this in your seat. You would have to sit at a table facing the wall and shame eat it so
Also,
that no
the-
one sees
it also
the
comes with potato
barbarian
chips.
way that you're eating it. What?
It also comes with potato chips.
Are
yeah,
you,
like-
are you eating this? I'm not. I'm not investing in this. If this is Dragon's Den, I'm out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not. Are
You're
you
asking
eating
the
this?
wrong question. If it is placed in front of me, yeah. Am I ordering it? No.
Adam?
I would order something like this. I would just tell them to back off on the sauce because I don't need. I want to taste the sauce. I don't want to swim in the sauce.
Yeah, you don't want all that white sauce in your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a little too much. Now there is also the I'll be cow kicked smoked barbecue meatloaf patty melt that I would eat all day. Daddy loves a meatloaf. And look at that. The gravy is just spilling off of it. They've got crispy fried onions.
This is the one thing I do that's anti-fat guy. They do the sauce pouring out to make it look more appetizing, and I'm like, you're gonna fuck my clothes up. I'm at a hockey game. Like, I gotta go outside after this.
I think they think you can eat that with your hands because it's covered in bread. But honestly, I feel like that's a knife and fork meal. That's a plastic knife and
Damn.
fork.
You know what? That might be a veteran fat guy move.
Well, listen, you gotta at least keep your clothes on clean.
Stick with me and Adam, man. Jesse doesn't know. Jesse doesn't.
Jesse, are you in or out on the I'll be cow kicked smoke barbecue meatloaf patty melt?
I like a meatloaf, so I'll try it.
I do.
I would try this.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. So the sandwich form is getting me. Like, I feel like it looks good.
Yeah,
This one looks good.
I also wish they'd zoomed out on that sandwich a little bit. I need to know how
Yeah.
how will it approach me? You know?
So I got problems with the food in Pittsburgh. This isn't Detroit where I'm just all over it. This one, too expensive for what you're getting.
$17.29
For
USD.
like looking at that right there, that looks like it's kind of two pieces of bread, right? It's a smallish sandwich.
That's like $25.
That's not priced correctly.
No,
$20 Canadian.
Now, I'll also say this. Meatloaf is supposed to be poor person's food, just like lasagna. Why am I paying not poor person prices for it?
Like, and I look at the pastrami hoagie that's $17.29 too. Like, I'm out for I would eat this if it's reasonably priced, but it's not. I'm out.
You're out. The price is too high.
The Detroit prices, because I know I'm getting the quality there on those foods that look like restaurant quality. If you're charging me $22 for that one, I feel a little better. Here for $17.29 at this one,
You know,
I'm out.
Detroit?
You guys can invest in this one.
No, you know what? Like, Detroit really
Nailed it.
They fucked me up.
Yeah,
they set a
bar.
crazy standard.
It's a high bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I took the pictures though, because I thought the Detroit thing I was like, that's interesting. I'll give the Pittsburgh perspective on it.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll tell you is I bought a vodka soda and I bought one for my stepdad.
Uh-huh.
It was $32 American.
For both of them combined.
Both of them combined.
Was it a fish tank?
No.
That's
was
$40 Canadian.
normal size.
One shot or double?
Wait, American?
One shot.
American or after conversion?
No, that's $32 American
Holy shit. That's
Without
worse
tip.
than Toronto.
without tip. Now,
Yo.
that might have been the Captain Morgan Club experience.
Whatever.
Is that where you sat?
That's why I was in the Captain Morgan Club.
Nice.
Holy
we
shit.
don't just go to a Pittsburgh game. We're going to the Captain Morgan Club, but which is just a glassed-in area. It's very nice, very pretty. The service was amazing. The arena is awesome. It's a great arena. The fans were great, even though the game stunk. Prices were a little pricey.
I'm sorry. If you're going to put your fans through what the Penguins have put their fans through for the past few years, you better make your drinks cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
That's wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
Is that the last picture, Jess?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. All right, so we're saying not on Detroit's level.
No.
They
Not
set the
close.
bar so high.
They did.
Yeah.
Though that food there looks so good.
By the way, I think if I'm not mistaken, there were several Detroit chefs that commented on our Fat Guy Corner video.
Ooh.
No way.
And one of them, I think, also was a person that is like their in-arena mic host too. But I was looking at like all the verified blue check marks or whatever that were responding, and so I'm not positive, but I think the person that created some of that stuff might have commented on that video. So I thought
I'm surprised you saw that comment. My inbox has been flooded with people talking about AI fridges. That clip went a little viral, huh?
It sure did. It sure did.
Holy
Internet
shit.
Hall of Fame. Also worth mentioning that Dmitry Kulikov will miss 5 months.
Oh,
He just had a
long time.
He had a tear this morning, or a tear in the last couple of games, and he will be out 5 months after undergoing surgery today.
he'd be back in time for the playoffs.
Yes, he will. But worth mentioning.
Damn.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Jake Markstrom was also going to miss a couple weeks, but he's going to be okay.
Is this now every year I ask this question because every year I forget. Is this worse than last year?
For Florida?
No, just like it feels like players are dropping like flies.
I don't know. I don't know how to track that.
Yeah, I think we just forget every year.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
damn.
I also think, like I said it in our season previews, I think Florida's played a lot of hockey.
Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? So every fan base goes into every season going, if everything goes perfectly, we're going to be fine. And just never goes that way.
At a Board of Governors meeting, Senators owner Michael Andlauer, this is according to Frege, told reporters Brady Tkachuk is going and getting a second opinion, should know if surgery is necessary in the next 24 hours. That's rough.
That's not great news for them.
Okay, so that's all I have, unless you want to do a press conference.
Do you have CJ's article on the Olympics?
Well, the fact that the jersey or the things have to be put in today, the expanded rosters have to be submitted today?
No, he did. So CJ in The Athletic today wrote an article about how the Olympic experience will be for the hockey players. And there are a bit of issues going along because the NHL and the NHLPA have negotiated that NHL players will be staying at the Olympic Village. And this is not a usual occurrence for top athletes. In the summer games, NBA players often stay on their own dime.
Didn't they stay on a yacht?
They did stay on it. That was the
Team
Brazil
America?
games.
Yeah.
They stayed on a yacht there with the men's. That was the Team USA,
Yeah.
the men's and the women's team. They all stayed in this giant yacht and that blah, blah, blah. And in those cases where they fund it by their own dime, they're able to have the same experience that they have in the regular NBA season, where they have curated meals and chefs and performance coaches and that sorts of thing. But CJ revealed that over the course of the summer, when orientation camp took place, the athletes on the Olympic teams for Canada were told that their experience will be less than they're used to during the course of a regular NHL season, and that they will be staying amongst the figure skaters and all of the other athletes who are
the people that
at the
ski
game
and shoot for some reason.
Yeah, the ski and shooters and all those people.
And the tobogganers.
And the tobogganers.
That's right.
And the luge people, the skeleton daredevils.
The bigger tobogganers.
All of those people will be having the same experience as these NHL players.
Wow.
And that experience isn't the same as the Olympic game, as the regular NHL season. He has one quote here about the, quote, enhanced dorm experience that I'll read to you. The players heard that an enhanced dorm experience will await them if they have the privilege of checking into building number 5 of the Milan Athletes Village in February. They were warned about the likelihood of long bus rides in rush hour traffic and security delays when traveling to and from competition venues.
None of the Leafs will have a problem with this.
They were even encouraged, half jokingly, to grab any stray banana they may come across to ensure they've got enough healthy stacks stashed away while living inside the Olympic bubble.
Wow.
When you get to Italy, trust me, everything is not going to be perfect. Jennifer Heel, Team Canada's chef de mission. What is the
chef de mission?
This is what they're giving her. One of the presenters at the camp's welcome meeting on the morning of August 27th told assembled players from the men's and women's and Paralympic teams. Everything is not going to be right.
I think in a French Canadian accent, if she is, it'd be everything is not going to be right. That's where that makes a little bit more sense, that sentence.
So
it felt like you were reading the hockey sweater.
Yeah.
I'll continue here.
My mom mail Mr. Eaton and say,
hey, just send me any random sweater. He's a little tall for his age. So I have the kids version of that I read to Isla, and I'm like, wait a sec. There were some holes in her plan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The largely unspoken reality of the Olympic experience is that disruptive logistical challenges are baked in for basically every competitor, whether you're a figure skater or a snowboarder or a hockey player. So they talk about how the Olympics, or CJ talks about how the Olympics aren't catered for peak performance and how you're just living like the rest of the athletes. And then he goes on to mention as well that there's going to be a lot of delays with the travel to and from the games, because one of the venues is like a 15-minute drive, but the other one is a 45-minute drive in good traffic, and they can't expect that good traffic. So you could have 3 hours of travel time a day if you're going to and from morning skate and then back for a game later that day. So this is where we're sitting right now for the Olympics and the NHL experience that they're being prepared for. It's going to be a less of a smooth sailing for NHL players who are used to a high bar.
And these guys were told this information probably a couple months ago.
Well,
August 27th.
Oh, August 27th.
when they had the orientation, right? Emma Malte was doing shots with Brad Marchand.
That's right. I was like, didn't she mention this when she was on the show?
We should have asked her about that. Why did we ask her about that?
We didn't know those details.
Yeah.
No, this is that. So CJ revealed this in The Athletic today, that this is what the players were told, which I think was pretty. It's not bombshell, but it was pretty stark to read this.
It's very interesting information. I don't think it's the end of the world, and it's better that they be honest with the players, and it's better that they tell them with plenty of advance.
I also think this is kind of cool. Like if you're an NHL player, especially if you're somebody in your 20s, like I know that you're all routine oriented and all that, but doesn't that make it kind of an adventure? Right? Like you get catered to the rest of your life. You can fucking handle this for a couple weeks.
Well,
and yeah, like, and listen, also let's talk about the playoffs. They're playing every other night. They're banged up, beat up. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get a snack exactly when you wanted to, or you didn't get a nap exactly when you wanted to. These guys have played through worse than they didn't get exactly the meal they wanted.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but it's exactly the sort of thing Hockey Canada would do. They don't want anyone on their team who would have anything to say about this. Oh, like no. I want my down pillow and like whatever.
Well, bring your goddamn down pillow.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, and it's also telling them in August gives them an opportunity. Hey, if you want to get a hotel or something,
Maybe.
So they
figure it out.
CJ talked about that there because he says the arrangement spelled out in the agreement between the NHL and the NHLPA with the International Ice Hockey Federation, which acts on behalf of the International Olympic Committee. This is the agreement. Nothing will prevent an NHL player from leaving the athlete's village to spend a free night at a hotel during the tournament, according to sources familiar with the agreement, but it's not expected that too many will actually do so in Milan. Because the feedback from NHL players who have played in the Olympics have been overwhelmingly positive despite its idiosyncrasies. So what you're saying, I think, is very true in that the hockey players have been like, this is weird and different, but they don't fuss about it because it's not in the nature of hockey players to do that.
Yeah, you've been complaining about not going for 12 years, and you're gonna now complain because the bed's too small.
I don't think so.
You know,
The reality for the other pro athletes in other sports that experience this is that they do get their regular life at the Olympics. And it's just the hockey players who have to stomach this. I find that a little odd. Like he puts in
Especially
there.
considering it's their marquee sport for the
Right.
game.
This is the biggest thing in the Olympics. It's the last thing on the Sunday is the gold medal game. And he puts in there like even like Novak Djokovic, top tennis player, all the top tennis players go Nadal, Federer, whoever you want over the course of the years. When they play in the Olympics in tennis in the summer games, they go stay in their mansions that they rent out for the weeks that the Olympics are going on.
Yep.
And it's only the hockey players here that have negotiated this deal to not have everything catered to them when they can definitely afford it.
I think it makes
Olympic
perfect
bodies.
sense. Nadal and Djokovic, not a single hockey player on the planet Earth is anywhere close to those people.
What about the NBA players?
Not even close.
But it's the same. I'm talking like the $1 billion revenue generating businesses with tens of millions of dollar athletes.
Yep.
Why can't Team Canada fund their own thing to put these guys up in a place where they're happy?
I 1,000,000% agree that they should have it, but like, I don't know. The Winter Olympics are not taken as seriously as the Summer Olympics in most places on Earth.
Yes.
Except maybe here.
Yes. That's true.
And the Winter Olympics and hockey in general are just not viewed on the same level as those other things you mentioned.
But Team Canada can show that they care about it as much by investing in structure, a place for these guys.
Like
to
Hockey
be
Canada
out.
should pony up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see Team USA put their teams up somewhere.
Well, I
Interesting.
wonder too if it's more up to the NHL than it is the federations.
That's true.
And if so, then the NHL is going to do donkey shit about it. By the way, just to give you an idea of how cheap these owners are, and this is a different sport, but Joe Flacco just got traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Cincinnati Bengals, and they flew him to Cincinnati on points in not business class. They said they flew him on like a normal, like I know it's not a long flight, but Cincinnati's like, yeah, we're not going to put you in first class. It's a $40 million a year quarterback, and we're gonna fly you there on our points to get you. Yeah. Right? Like these guys are cheap. The NHL doesn't want to put up for this. And I think the fact that they've already chartered planes because they're flying all the NHL players over together. Remember, they were going to try to do the All-Star game and force that down our throats. Well, now they're not doing that. They're all going to go to New York. We're going to get our UBS Arena thing in 2027. And they're all going to fly out together.
2026.
2027.
Well, 2026, they're still doing the meetup at UBS,
Yes,
right?
but they're not doing like an all-star game. I think 2027, whatever they're doing, they're
Sure.
doing it.
We're getting our meetup in February.
Yeah.
They like announced it, and everyone was like, "Why?" And then they got rid of it.
And then I think Marty Walsh was like, "Hey, no."
Hey, that's ridiculous. I mean, I guess the question or the answer to why wouldn't they do this is because they're cheap, and you gave them the option.
I would have liked to seen Team Canada go the Team USA NBA route.
I'm with you.
And rent out a hotel for 2 weeks.
The
and
Canada
put
yacht?
these guys. And I don't know. I think like doing something like that is such an advantage. If the German team staying in the village and Slovakia staying in the village, Sweden, whatever. If you put these guys up in a nice place with all of the amenities that they're used to in terms of the food and the training staff and the doctors and all that, I feel like that's only good.
I agree.
I agree, but it's so anti-hockey.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, there'd be some damaged egos there. These guys hate speaking out about anything. You think they're going to complain about the beds?
I'm not asking for Crosby to speak up about this. I'm asking for Team Canada to take the initiative and do it on behalf of them.
And
I agree, but we're
they got
lucky.
the money.
We're lucky we know what Sidney Crosby's voice sounds.
I wonder if after this, like they'll do it. I wonder if Connor McDavid says to them, "Okay, I understand it's our first time back. We're not doing it like this again."
Yeah. Well,
I wonder.
he's got a lot of power.
He does.
And he used it for good with the All-Star game in Toronto, where he's like, "Listen, you assholes,
Get to the game.
you better show up to this."
Yeah.
He's got power and sway, and this is their first time back in a long time. I don't expect it to be perfect. Hopefully the games are good.
Yeah.
Are we gonna does Crosby have to share a room with somebody in the Olympic Village?
I don't think he
is
would
that
care,
or is
yeah.
Crosby gonna go stay in his own hotel? Like, is that are we gonna get here in February?
Where are these hotel rooms going to be? They're
Italy,
They've
stupid.
been booked for years.
Sorry.
There are no hotel rooms left.
I'm asking them to figure something out because it's going to be weird if we get some sort of post on Instagram or whatever and somebody's just bunking with McDavid.
No, that's
on
going to be
single bed.
That's the newest Tim Hortons commercial. It's Crosby and McKinnon fighting over bunk beds, and then whoever ends up on the bottom opens the drawer, and Marchand is in there.
Right? Like, that's weird.
Here's what I would say.
Huh?
Here's what I would say. If you're, I wonder if. Remember, this took forever to get done. This took forever to get this done.
Oh,
like
the Olympic stuff?
even going into the All-Star break in Toronto in 2024, they were like, well, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to talk to Luc Tardif or whatever, Tardif or whatever. That's the head of the IIHF.
Oh, right.
But I think perhaps, Jesse, maybe the thing they're not talking about here is they ran out of time to book the friggin' hotel rooms because people book those like years.
This
in
happens
advance.
every Olympics.
I know, but they didn't have this deal signed until late.
I know.
It was late.
But like every Olympics is like, okay, so we made these buildings, and then there's also these buildings that are made of cardboard.
Yeah.
Because,
That'll be taken down the day the competition ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or just
Like-
abandoned.
Yeah.
Or just
like, oh my God, like fucking Sochi.
Yeah. So
Like Sochi just kind of sitting there and nobody uses any of that shit.
The Commonwealth Games here.
Too.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason the amenities at the Commonwealth Games in Toronto were good, they're like, I don't know. We're going to make them into swanky condos at the end of it. Oh, okay.
So Vancouver is one of the best run Olympics of all time because everything that they used there was infrastructure that the city of Vancouver needs and has used since. And
Right.
most Olympics aren't run like
Why
that.
would you not do that? That's the stupidest thing.
They-
like, have you seen like some of them? Like, there are like slideshows online of all the like the Greek Olympics. All that shit's just rotting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you could use that.
That's how 80% of Olympic goes.
insane.
They shot
Insane.
It, like the movie It, in Oshawa, and I got to see the mansion that was just like
There that they built.
a wood cutout of it. That's how I imagine the Olympic Village.
Yeah.
It's just sort of plywood and shit.
Yeah. Anyway.
I thought it was interesting.
It is very interesting, Jesse. Maybe next time we get a yacht.
We're gonna keep getting more Olympic stories as we march slowly towards it. Right?
It's actually February.
Very exciting.
Sorry.
Oh, it's
Hey. Oh,
Still sharp.
what this guy?
Got him. Got him. You got to be on your toes, man.
That was a great one.
Anyway,
Nothing gets past you.
Jesse is going to be streaming the Blue Jays game tonight. Jesse, do we get a win finally in this damn series?
I hope so. Steve stream Thursday.
That's right. Leafs, Rangers, don't get shut out.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.